Hello all. Good morning, good evening. So let's get started. So we will wait for 1 more minute, others to join and we'll get started. So meantime, if you have any question, you can ask. Okay, I have given permission. Okay, no questions. All right. So here we will brief about yesterday's session, what we covered so far, what is generative AI, what is agentic AI, what are the applications. So let me share my screen. Okay, I hope my screen is visible, guys. Just give me confirmation so that I can proceed further.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, okay, great. Thanks for confirmation. So yesterday we saw, right, what is the generative AI? The generative AI nothing but we are generating something new data, right? Something new patterns, okay, based upon the learning, okay, learning the different data. We are going to generate the new content. So that new content can be text, image, code, audio, video, right? So let's suppose we are utilizing the chat GPT, right? All of you are utilizing the chat GPT for writing email, generating the text, writing, right, for correction, the right spelling, right? So we are writing the different use cases. We are going to utilize the chat GPT, right? Writing the code, right? Then audio file, right? How can create the audio file, video file? We'll understand this. Okay, and then we are generating the images also. We are writing the code. We are debugging the code. Okay, so these are the some of the applications of generative AI. So here we are generating something new, right? So we are generating something new data synthetically. So that is called generative AI. And here, what is the agentic AI, right? The agentic AI nothing but the we can plan, decide, and take action to achieve the goal, right? Here we are going to provide some tasks. We are providing some goal to achieve this. Right, we have to right, break down the steps, right? Execute the steps, this plan. Then we have to decide which steps we need to perform first of all, and then we have to take the action, right? So in the agentic AI, so it is not just a generate answer, it is going to act independently, autonomously to perform this action or achieve this goal. So any question? Okay, just I will going to meet you. Okay, if you have any question you can ask, otherwise please be on mute. Okay, so then we understood what is the agentic AI. What are the application of agentic AI and generative AI? In the generative AI, the main role is to create the content, right? We are going to create the content. Whereas in the agentic AI, we are going to achieve our goal, right? What are the tasks we are going to complete, and we are going to achieve our task goal. So here, whenever we are going to ask the question, it will going to provide the response in the generative AI. Whenever we are going to ask the question to the chat GPT, right? It will going to respond back, right? It is a reactive, right? Based upon the user, whenever the user is asking this query, user asking the prompt, and we are getting this response. But in the agentic AI, what is happening? It is a proactive, means once we define the goal, so it will going to take the action. It will going to break down executable steps. It will going to plan. It will going to break down the executable steps, and it will going to perform some actions to complete this task. So that is the reason we are going to call it. It is a proactive. So here in the generative AI, we are not utilizing the tools, okay, but where in the agentic AI, we are utilizing the API call, database call, external tools call, like MCP, okay, MCP server we are going to utilize. Okay, here in the right in the generative AI, we are going to just ask the question, right, and we are getting the response. Right here, we are not making any decisions, okay, but here in the agentic AI, we have to make a at every point, right, every task we need to make a decision whether we need to proceed further or we have to take some correct actions. Okay, so decision making, autonomous, which is very important in case of agentic AI applications. And in the generative AI, we are going to utilize depend upon the mostly on the LLMs, right? LLM don't have the internal memory; these are stateless. So we have to provide external memory. So that is the reason we in the generative AI, the memory is no or limited. You can say LLMs having the limited memory or no memory. it cannot remember any conversations. We have to store that memory in the externally adding the memory source. There are different types of memory we are going to understand later part. But in the agentic AI, yes, we have to add the memory. There are the agent, right? We are going to perform this different. We are going to create the different agent. We are going to add the memory to the agent so that what are the memory, right? What are the tasks it has performed? It has to be passed to the state memory so that whatever the task is done, what need to perform next action, it should be remembered. So for that purpose, this agentic AI, this memory is very important. And for example, ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT responds this user query and get the response. But here in Agentic AI, we are going to build the AI agent so that it will not only generate the response, it will going to perform some actions. Okay, so this is the difference between the generative and agentic AI. Okay, so some of the examples also you can see. In the generative AI, we are going to write the blogs, emails, ads, script, whereas we are going to in the generative agentic AI, we are going to publish the content automatically. We are going to not going to write the only blog. We are going to publish that blog. We can deploy this blog with the help of agentic AI. Right. So in the software development, we are going to utilize the generate the code, write the different use test cases. But here we are not going to write the code only. We are going to debug this code, fix the CSI failures with the help of different AI agents. In the education, we are going to utilize this, creating the different notes, quizzes, explanation, right, according to their personalized learning, right? But here we are not going to just creating this quiz. Okay, we are going to personalize the study planner, auto grading system also, right? We are going to end-to-end solution for this. Yes, any questions? Today I joined through the laptop. I'm unable to hear you. All of you, my voice is not audible, guys.
It's audible.
Okay. Shailesh, can you join back? Actually, you have some issue with your mic. Okay. Can you join back? Just rejoin back. Okay. Okay. All right. So here we can see here we are going to understand what are the applications, right? In the practical scenario, in the customer support, we are going to drop an email reply to the right the customers, right? The user query, we are going to drop a replies. But here we are going to not only reply, we are going to end-to-end manage the ticket resolution, escalation. Is there any escalation? We are going to solve this. In the business process, we are going to generate some report summaries. Okay, then draft. Okay, so here we are not going to generate only the report. We are going to get the data. We are going to analyze, and then we are going to create the report, and we are going to send the report also. Right. So the end-to-end solution will be there. Likewise, in the data analytics also, we are going to create the different charts, different generate the different insight in the help of generative application. Whereas in the agentic AI, in the data analytics, we are going to pull the data, we are going to run the analysis, and we are going to get the trigger the alerts so that the team get notification. Right. So we can utilize in the HR and document also. So let's suppose in the generative AI, we are going to build one of the application where we can, based upon the keywords, we are going to extract the resume, right? We are going to screen this resume based upon the keywords, matching keywords, okay, based upon the job description provided. But here in the agentic AI, what will not only the screening this resume, it will going to schedule the interview. It will sometimes you can see guys in the future, guys. Okay, most in the one of the interview I have appeared for the one of the interview. So this is conducted by only AI agent. Okay, in the going further also, if you come across this scenario, the AI, right, this AI will be conducting your interview. They will ask the question, they will give the different scenario. We have to speak up loudly and record this, right? So this they will evaluate based upon this recordings. Okay, so sometimes, right, as of now, they are utilizing the scheduling the interview, also conducting the interview also, and as well as the follow-ups, right? Sometimes whenever you complete the interview, it will going to call you, it will going to set a reminders, your interview schedule, are you available or not, right? So this follow-up will be also with the help of agentic AI. Okay, in the finance, also in the finance services also, most of the time in the banking, finance, right? Most of the compliance related policy chatbot we are going to build up. In the we are sometimes we might come across some medical cases, final cases. We have to the images, right? PDF. We have to extract the invoices, get the summary. What is this? What is the medical report about? So here we are going to extract this and we are going to summarize it. But here what we'll do? So we are not going to extract, generate and extract this right summary. So here we are going to check. We are going to right? We are going to check the fraud analysis. Okay, what are the alerts we can make to control this, right? So these are the some of the applications in the finance and banking. Likewise, in the healthcare domain also, we can summarize the different medical reports, diagnosis report, right? But in case of this, we are going to make a appointment available, right? As per this medical appointment booking, right? Yes, you can ask any questions. And in the daily productivity, write the to-do list. Whereas in this case of agentic AI, we are going to execute the tasks, set the reminders and workflows. So these are the application in the yesterday session we saw so far. So I can see there is some hand is raised. You can ask your question. Yes, Arjun. Yes, any question is? Arjun, you can go ahead.
In what there are agentic are usually for automation versus Gen AI is more for reviewing existing data or existing systems. Is that the case?
Yeah, you can see here in the generative AI, what we are doing, we are right here, we are going to generate something new content. Whenever we are going to ask something, we are going to ask something questions or prompt or user query to the LLM models. Okay, like ChatGPT. ChatGPT is nothing but internally utilized one of the LLM models, large language
Yeah,
model,
that's right. Yeah.
right? So whenever we are going to ask the query, whenever we're going to ask query as a nothing but the prompt to the LLM model, right? So this is the prompt
Yep.
we are going to ask, and it will going to give the response as per the user query. Okay, but here in the agentic AI, what we are going to do? So we are not just getting the answer. Okay, let's suppose we are writing the blog. Okay, we are asking this question to the generative AI, LLM model, ChatGPT, write a blog. So it will going to write a one blog and it will give the content based upon that topic. Okay, it will create the outline. It will going to create the beautiful blog as per the your prompt. How good prompt you have written. Okay, but in the agentic AI, what we'll do? We are not writing the prompt. Okay, we want to get the complete prompt. We want to write a blog. Okay, we have to get the blog. And we have to host. We have to deploy. Okay, means this is the complete AI automation. Okay, with in case of this agentic AI, means we are not. Let's suppose sometimes we have the different applications. Okay, let's suppose we have the a resume screening and call schedule the call. Right, in that case, what will do? So we are going to screen the resume, right? Then we are going to set schedule the call, and then we are going to take a follow, right? So in this case, we are going to utilize this agentic AI. Means it is a some autonomous system we are going to build up. So this will be helpful for the making a automation. Okay, so that without any minimum or very less human interaction will be there, or without any human interaction, we can this AI agent will be create this complete this task, complete this goal, whatever the user is given, define. So this is the how that is the reason we are going to call this AI agent is utilized for the more of the automation side. Okay,
So
what are the
is it the safe to assume that agentic AI is going to run on the local machine?
yes, you can run on the local machine also. Yes. So
Okay, that's
here,
one of the option, right? Running on the local
yeah,
machine, but
yes, you can say we can deploy this agent on our local machine. Let's suppose one of the example we work on this one of the client, Dell client. Okay, so there what is the requirement there? So they have to right. The requirement is to there are the different troubles right with respect to whenever we are working on the Dell laptop. So they have the different issue. User have the different issue. So they want to resolve their issue, and for that purpose they want to develop one user chatbot based upon their FAQ documents. Okay, so let's suppose whenever the user is going to ask this query, it will going to raise the one ticket, and this user, right, the person, manual person will call them and get the result done, or they have the user has to visit to the their customer support, right, call center, and then it can resolve this issue. Okay, but now the requirement was there to build one chatbot application so that it will troubleshoot this one of this user query very quickly on in the local system itself. Okay, this was the one of the use case was there. Okay, later part, let's suppose some of the e-commerce platform is there, some of the website is there. Okay, some of the right where we can deploy on the external website, external right system. That can be possible. AI agent, it's a depend upon this use this business case. Okay, which scenario, what kind of solution will be required. As per that, we can deploy this our agent into the locally system, or you can deploy on this server. Okay, or can deploy on the website also. Okay, different.
Okay, got it.
Okay, all right. So now we can see, guys. Okay, we are going to build up some of the use cases now today. Okay, so we are going to we understood we can utilize for the text generation purpose. We are going to utilize for text summarization purpose. Okay, image generation purpose, image analysis purpose. Okay, so some of the use case we are trying to build up. Okay, so I require to utilize some Python basic code here to write this code. Okay, so that you will get this understanding how we can utilize this LLM models for the generating the text, generating the summary, generating the image, and some analysis of image. So these are the 3 to 4 use cases we are going to build up. Okay, for that purpose, we are required some Python basic. Okay, later part, whenever we're going to start the actual course from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start with the Python itself. Okay, Python, then AI agent, all these things. We are going to start with the very basics. But today is the last demo session where we are going to discuss how we can utilize the build this different AI system, AI applications. Okay, we can not only building, we are going to deploy on this some of the cloud platform also. Okay, all right. So here, okay, before getting into that, so I want to brief about this. What is this Grok Cloud? Okay, what is this Grok Cloud? So later part I will explain this. What is this OpenAI? Okay, but as of now I'm going to explain this. What is the Grok Cloud? Why I'm going to choose this? Okay, this Grok Cloud is nothing but the high-speed AI inference platform. It does not build the model. Okay, it is just a provider of the LLM models, open source LLM models. Okay, it is going to run the open models extremely fast using the language processing unit. Okay, LPU is nothing but the language processing unit. So they have utilized these open source LLM models on their platform that is called Grok Cloud. And so why we are utilizing this open source model from this Grok Cloud? Because they are very high speed inference. Means whenever we are going to ask the question, it will going to respond back. That is called inference. Okay, so this is the high inference speed. For that purpose, we are going to utilize this Grok Cloud, the Grok LLM models, where like Llama series model, GPT series model, some of the open source model we are going to try from this Grok Cloud. Okay, so this is the just brief about this Grok Cloud. So now we are going to create this, right? We are going to understand what is the right how we can create this Grok Cloud API key. So this is the Grok Cloud. Okay, this is the supported model. Just click on the first link. And here you can see there is a model, guys. Okay, if you see here the models, there is a open source model. Production purpose, we can utilize this Llama model, Llama series model, or some of the OpenAI. This is the open source model, guys. Okay, I will discuss what is the OpenAI open source and what is the closed source model. I will going to discuss after this. But this is the some of the Meta, right? Meta is the Meta is the one company, right? Facebook, we know, right? The Facebook parent company is Meta. So they also come up with some Llama series models, right? So these are the some of the LLM models, large language models. So these models we can utilize for this, for text generation, summary generation. Okay, so this is the Llama 3.18 billion Grok, provide the low latency, high quality response, suitable real-time conversation interface. Contain the filtering the system data analysis application we are going to utilize. So model offers the balanced speed and performs with the significant cost saving compared to the larger model. The technical capabilities include the native function calling, support JSON mode of structure output generation, and it is having the 128K window size by handling the large documents. So later part, guys, okay, I will explain this. Okay, as of now, just understand this is the having the low latency means very fast, quicker in the response and high quality response. Okay, this is just to understand these 2 points. Later part, I'm going to explain what is the function calling, what is the JSON object structure output. We will get this. What is this token window size? Okay, I will going to explain this later part. This is the pricing. Okay, this is the pricing. So whenever we are going to pass the 20 millions input tokens, right? So we are getting this 0.05, very minimum. But as of now, we are not going to utilize for the industry purpose, right? We are utilizing for personal uses. So there is a free of cost. This personal purpose we can utilize the free of cost. But whenever we are going to utilize in the industry purpose, we have to pay some credits, pay some dollar amount like this. Okay, so this is the input. Context window is nothing but the this is the input size, how many tokens it will take this as an input, and how many tokens it will going to generate as an output. Okay, this is the limitation of this model. Okay, just in high level I have given how many input token it will going to take as input to generate the response, and this is the how many token it can generate, right? The response maximum. This is the 1,30,000, right? So any question, guys? Yes, Ranjit, go ahead. Any question, guys? Okay, no questions. All right. So now we can see here what we are going to discuss.
No, sorry to disturb you. Actually, my mic was on mute. Okay. So the primary question here is, by using, is there any way like, why? Because most of the companies nowadays are using cloud, right?
Mhm.
Cloud code. Is that helps here, to create this Gen AI part?
Yes, 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 definitely. Okay. So here one of the companies, Anthropic. Okay,
Yeah.
Anthropic is, yeah, Anthropic
Yeah.
is a right launched their cloud, right? Cloud models.
Yes.
Right?
My current company is using that Anthropic Cloud Cow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
is there
Yeah,
any
I will
way?
go to, I'm going to right. I will going to showcase this all these models here. You can see here. Let me showcase this part. Okay, so let me open this GitHub Copilot. If you see here, these are the different LLM models, guys. Okay, this is the Cloud Haiku 4.5, Cloud Opus model, Cloud Sonnet model. These are the different versions. We are going to utilize these models. We are going to build these models, right? We are going to utilize for these different applications. We are going to utilize these OpenAI models, Gemini models also, right? We are going to utilize all these LLM models, not only from this Anthropic, we are going to utilize from the AWS, we are going to utilize from the Azure cloud also, right? So we are going to utilize all these LLM models just today as a starter, right? This is the demo session. I don't want to confuse you guys, okay, as of now. But later part, whenever we're going to proceed further, we are going to utilize all these models, okay? How can utilize for the different application building, okay? But as a starter, I'm going to showcase this as a, we can start with the open source model, okay? Whenever you utilize the cloud model, it is a paid model. We cannot directly utilize this model. We have to create the setup. We have to purchase some dollar amount, right? And then we have to create the key and we can utilize this. But before going into that models, right? So it is the first we can understand the open source models. Open source models is nothing but this is the Meta Llama model, guys. Okay, so this is the Meta Llama series model we are going to utilize for this, right? Today, OpenAI Meta Llama series model we are going to utilize, so that later part we are going to explore this different LLM models. Okay, there will be 2 sessions will be there, how we can integrate the different LLM models from the different platforms. Okay, got the point? Any other questions? Okay, no questions. All right.
No, I'm good now. Thanks.
Okay, great. So now you can see, guys, here we understood these are the different LLM models. Okay, these are the different LLM models. Now these models we are going to utilize. Okay, how we are going to utilize? I will going to showcase the Python SDK, Python code. So here before that, we are going to create this API key. So this is the API key. Just click on this, create this API key, and here give the name of this API key, right? API key 5, or you can say I'm going to create this API key 6. Here expiration, you can set up this expiration also. That is fine. 7 day or no expiration, that is fine. Right, I'm going to set up this 7 day. It will going to expire this key in the within the 7 day. Let's submit this. Okay, this key is created, guys. Okay, this key is created. So now I'm going to copy this key. Okay, I'm going to store this key in the this environment. Okay, this is the Google Colab. So let me showcase what is the Google Colab. The Google Colab is nothing but the coding environment, guys. Okay, this is the coding environment. So Google Colab, just type on the web browser Google Colab. This first link will be there. Click on this, welcome to Google. Okay, so here this pop-up will be there, dashboard will be there. Just click on the new notebook here. It will going to create this one notebook. But for this, to access this Google Colab, you require to sign in with the help of Google account, guys. Okay, so you can see you require to sign in with the Google account. I'm already signing in with the Google account. To utilize this Google Colab, we need to sign in with the Google account. So this is how we are going to create our notebook file, right? So here we are going to write the code. Okay, so is here, what is the, this is the Google is offering this platform. Google is offering some machine here, guys. Okay, write the code. It is providing some cloud-based compute. So we can utilize this cloud-based compute to write the code, execute the code, right? So you can see here, I'm going to connect here. Click on connect. It will going to connect at the backend machine. Okay, there will be some CPU and right, some CPU, GPU access will be they are going to provide. You can see as of now they have assigned some RAM and disk memory. Okay, so there is a 12 GB RAM and 107 disk memory is there. And you can see if you go to the runtime, there is a Python 3, right? We are utilizing the Python 3. Okay, we can, there is the IR Julia also they are supporting, but as of now we are utilizing the Python 3 and we utilize the CPU. But later part, whenever we're going to start the deep learning, right, generative AI, agentic AI application, then we are going to utilize the GPU because this GPU access will be required to deploy and train this model. Okay, for that purpose. Okay, so we are in the TPU, GPU later part, but as of now, we are utilizing this compute machine to run our code. Okay, this is very simple. Two line we can set up our coding environment in the Google Colab. Okay, later part I will going to showcase how you can set up this in the locally also in the VS Code. Okay, so this is how, let's suppose I have copied this, right? You can see we have created this key. Okay, this key will not be showcased again. Okay, just copy this carefully. And then we have to store in the environment. How you can store? So here is the secret button. You can see there is a key button here, left side. Just click on this key button. Okay, I have stored the multiple key here, but I'm going to create the new secret here. I'm just click on this add new secret. I'm going to create this new name as a grok API key. Okay, API key 6. I'm going to write this because this is the 6th number I have created just, and I'm going to store here, paste here. Okay, fine. So now this key is store here, guys. Okay, this key is store. Okay, this key is store here. So we are going to utilize this different. Now we can done. Okay, you can click on done. So this key is now not visible. Okay, second time I want to copy. I'm not able to copy. Then I need to create the new API key. Okay, like this. We can create the multiple API key, not an issue. Okay, we can create the multiple API key. That is not an issue. But once we created this API key, we cannot copy, right? Again, we cannot see this key again. Okay, so that is the reason we have to store this API key into the environment file. Okay, so this is the in the Google Colab. So this is the environment. Okay, we are storing this here, right, in the secrets. In the VS Code, how we can store this in the VS Code? If you go to the VS Code, there is a .ini file already we have created yesterday session, right? .ini file. In the .ini file, we are going to store like this API key, right? In this grok API key equal to this API key we are going to store here in the .ini file. This part is done. Till this point, any question, guys? Anyone? I hope there is no questions, right? Okay, all right. So now I'm going to write a very simple code here. Okay, do not get confused here. Okay, I'm going to write a very simple code. Okay, but whenever we are going to start, right, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, then we are going to start from the very basic Python code. Okay, but here now you can see I'm going to write this some mathematical operation here, guys. Okay, let's suppose I'm going to write some mathematical operation. A equal to 10. So this 10 value is stored in this A variable, and then B value. Okay, so B value I'm going to store as a 20. Okay, so you can see here, let's suppose here A value stored as a 10. I'm going to execute this. It will going to connect, right, at the backend machine, and then it will going to execute this. Okay, all right. We are going to create the multiple cells we required here. So just click on this code button. It will going to create the multiple coding cell. And here I'm going to write the B equal to, let's suppose instead of X, A, I'm going to write X equal to 10 and Y equal to 20. Okay, fine. So we have initialized this, the X and Y value. We have stored this 10 value into this X variable. We have stored this 20 value inside this Y variable. Okay, this X and Y is nothing but the two variables. We have stored this value. Now we are going to print this X plus Y. Okay, X plus Y we are going to print. So we are getting this addition of this, right? We are getting this addition of this X plus Y is a 30. Okay, very simple, right? So we have initialized these two variables, X and Y. We are assigned this X value is the 10, Y value is a 20, and we are going to perform some addition. Okay, very simple here. But now, what is the operation we are going to perform? I'm going to name of this operation. Okay, I'm giving the one name to this operation. I'm going to name as a add numbers. Okay, I'm going to give the number. Okay, name to this operation add number. Okay, add numbers. I'm giving the name to this. Okay, so let's suppose I'm giving the name to this operation X plus Y like this. Okay, and then we are going to execute this. Now I'm going to print this add numbers. Okay, add numbers. That is fine. We are getting this 30 output. So here what we did, so here directly we perform this operation. We got this output. Okay, but here what we did, so what is the operation we have performed? I have stored in the one of the variables. Then we are going to print this one of the variable. We are getting this output here. Okay, this part is clear. Very simple, right? There is no such difficulty in this simple code. But now I'm going to enhance some further learning. Okay, so now I'm going to write one function. Okay, so I'm going to write one function here, simple function. Okay, not a difficult function. So what are the code we have written, right? This code we have written, this is the operation. Okay, in this function, let's suppose this add, right? Add number. Okay, add number is a identifier. Okay, this is the add number is the identifier. Okay, it is a identifier because it is a variable. And this is the expression. What is the expression here? X plus y. Okay, x plus y is nothing but this is the expression. Okay, this is the expression. So now I'm going to write one function for that addition purpose. Okay, so how we can write the function? So we have to write the function using define keyword. Okay, there is one keyword. Okay, there is one keyword define. So we have to write this function with the help of define keyword. So def, I'm going to write this. This is the keyword. I'm going to give the name of this function. What is the name of this function? Add numbers. Okay, I'm giving the name to this function as a add number. Here, how many numbers I'm going to add? Two numbers, x and y. Okay, this x and y numbers, two I'm going to add. So I'm going to pass these two numbers here as a parameter x, comma y. So this is the parameter. Okay, this x and y is nothing but the parameter. Okay, so this is the function name. What is the function name here? The function name is nothing but the add number. Okay, add number is the nothing but the identifier. Okay, this is the function name is nothing but the identifier here. Okay, how do we identify this function name? By using this add number. We are going to understand this is the function. How we are going to understand this is the function? By using the def keyword. We are going to understand this is the function. Okay, this is the function. And this function we are going to add these two numbers. Okay, this is x and y is nothing but the parameter. Okay, x and y are the parameter. Okay, parameter to this function where we are going to add this, right? So x and y is the parameter to add these two number. Okay, we are going to add these two numbers. These are the x and y is the nothing but the parameter. Okay, after this, what we'll do? We are going to write one code here. Okay, we are going to write this some output. Okay, we are going to return some output x plus y, x plus y. So this is how it is going to, this is the expression, guys. Okay, so this is the x plus y is nothing but our expression. Okay, x plus y is nothing but our expression. Okay, this is nothing but our expression here. And we are going to call as we are going to write a return statement. What is this return here? Return is nothing but it is going to return the output of this function. Okay, it is the output of the function. Okay, return is nothing but it is the output of function. Okay, it is the output of function. Okay, fine. So we have written this, right? Same function, guys. Okay, now can you see here what is the operation we are going to perform? Addition. We are taking this two variable, right? Two parameter, two variable, x and y, and we are going to add, and we are going to store in the one of the container, add number, one of the variable, and then we are going to print this. We are getting this addition of this number. So same logic here we apply. We have written the same logic with the help of function. Okay, function we can define with the help of define keyword. Okay, this is called function definition. Okay, this is called function definition. Okay, this is called function definition. So we can define this function add number. In that function, we are going to pass these two parameter x and y. And this output, what is the output here? We are expecting the addition of these two numbers. So this is how we have written this simple function. Okay, now this is the function definition. Now we are going to call this function. Okay, now we are function calling. Okay, this is the function calling. How we are going to call the function by is the identifier. What is the identifier here? So identifier is nothing but the function name. Okay, what is the function name? Add number is the function name. Okay, this is the identifier. What is the operation? What is the expression we are going to perform? So we are given this name to this, right? The add number. So this is the identifier. So in this identifier, how many parameters we need to pass here? X and y. So what is the x value? We have the x value is nothing but the 10, y value is 20. We are going to pass this value. Okay, we are going to pass this value x as a 10 and y as a 20. Means this first value, right? You can see this first value will pass to the first parameter. Okay, this is called argument. Okay, later part, whenever we are going to understand the function topic, then I'm going to explain this. What is the argument? What is the parameter? But as of now, not going to that. So this is the 10 value will pass for this x. Okay, first value will pass to the first parameter, and the second value will pass to the second parameter. Okay, got it? So whenever we are going to, this is the called function calling. Okay, this is the called function calling. Whenever I'm going to call this function, what will be going to return? It is going to return this addition of these two numbers. What number we are going to pass? 10 and 20. It will go into the x value will be the 10, y value will be 20. So then it will going to return. What will it will going to return? 10 plus 20. So it will going to return the output as a 30. Okay, so we got the output as a 30. Why? Because we are going to return this, right? X plus y. But let's suppose I'm going to pass the three parameter, guys. Okay, so you might have the question. Let me clarify before it. Okay, so let's suppose we have the x, y, and z parameter. We have the three parameter here. Let's suppose we want to addition of three parameter x plus y plus z. Okay, we have the addition of three parameters. Okay, let's execute this now. So this is the function definition. Then we are going to call this function add number. Then we are going to pass the three parameters. Okay, x value, y value, and z value. 10, comma 20, comma 30. Okay, we are going to pass the three parameter. What will the output? It will go into 10 plus 20 plus 30. Okay, so it will going to give the addition of this three parameter. We are getting the output as a 60. It's very simple, guys. We can utilize addition, multiplication, division purpose also. We can do the all the operation. So this is how we have written the simple function. So far, any question, guys? Anyone? Any questions? If you have any questions, small doubt, you can go ahead and ask. Okay, as of now, just focus on this. Okay, what are I'm trying to write, what I'm trying to explain this, just focus on this. Okay, later part I will take care all the doubts. Okay, other doubts. But if you have any questions on this part, what are I explain, just ask on that. Okay, in your explanation, did you find any use case of homegrown AI model versus public LLMs? Few industry we have this for use cases. Yeah, great. So here you can see Ajay Kumar. So here, okay, so here most of the industry guys. Okay, so sometimes we can see I not actually work on this medical case. Okay, but some of the my learners right from the previous class, he was working on the some of the HIPAA case medical cases related. So what was their use case? Yesterday I discussed that use case. Okay, so they are having this medical data. Okay, the follow-ups calls from the medical domain. So they are getting this invoice, right, the audio to the textual data with the help of some whisper model, right, some LLM models. And then we are getting this key extraction. Okay, so they are providing some of the HIPAA related endpoint, and from that they are able to check with validate whether this some of the SEMA HIPAA related policy is there present in that particular generated response. Okay, so we are going to extract the text, and based upon that they are taking the further action. Okay, so this is the one of the use case there definitely in the we can utilize with the help of this LLMs. Okay, we can utilize the not only open source LLM, we can utilize the public right open source LLM, but the openly available weight. Okay, we can modify that weight. Okay, public LLM is nothing but the LLM weighted are available in the publicly. We can modify. We can make a custom fine tuning. Okay, but in the industry, right, closed source models, we cannot utilize this open source, right, weightage. We cannot train this. So we have to utilize the different fine tuning technique, like custom fine tuning, chart instruct fine tuning. We have to utilize. Okay, we'll understand this. How can utilize? But definitely, yes, one of the use case I saw, right, where we can utilize for the medical use cases, so HIPAA related policy constraint, we can have this extract the content from this different endpoints. There was in the case there was the HIPAA related some endpoint was there. In that they are going to match, okay, whether this generated content, whether this keywords is extracted there, they are going to extract. Okay, if there is a similar kind of keywords is finding from the HIPAA policy or any other policy, they will going to extract and they will going to analyze further constraint. Okay, definitely there was one is the case, and definitely you can utilize for this also. Okay. Okay, all right. So now we can see, okay, so for what we learn, so we have written this function, simple function, guys. Okay, so this function you are not able to access. Okay, let me give this access to you guys. Okay, how can I will give the access to you? So here I'm going to create one small application. Okay, small web app I'm going to create here. Okay, small web app I'm going to create here, and this web app is nothing but the web UI we are going to create. Okay, some web UI where we can host our model. Okay, where we can host. Okay, build and right, we can build and deploy, or you can say host our application. Okay, so applications. So now what we'll do, so we are going to build a very small use case. Okay, same use case I'm going to build and I'm going to deploy and I'm going to give this access to you guys. You can try these applications. Okay, first of all, we're going to give this small application. Later part, I will go into LLM application. Okay, understand now. Okay, so this is the web UI we are going to create. Okay, we are going to build and deploy these web applications. So for that purpose, as of now, we are going to utilize this Gradio. Okay, we are utilize the Gradio. Gradio is nothing but it is the web UI applications. Okay, we are going to create the web UI interface. Okay, we are going to create this web UI interface. Later part, we are going to understand what is the Streamlit. Okay, how can this is also web UI interface. Okay, so as of now, today we are going to understand Gradio. Later part, we are going to understand what is the Streamlit. So those both are right. Both are used for the create the web app. As of now, just understand this is the utilized for the creation of the web app. Okay, web UI. So we can user can interact with and you can get the question and answer the question. Get the answer from this. Okay, so this is for this Gradio application. So this is the web app. We are going to create this web interface. So for that purpose, I need to install this Gradio application. So how do I install? To install this, okay, to install Gradio application, we require the library, right? So we are utilizing this pip install Gradio. Okay, so we are utilizing this library, Gradio library. We are going to install. Okay, so here we have exclamation mark pip install Gradio. So this library we are going to utilize for this creation the web app. So let's install this library. Okay, for me, requirement is already satisfied because I have run this multiple times in this environment. Okay, so that is the reason this is a showing that requirement already satisfied. But for you guys, it will download it first of all, then we can utilize this. Okay, so this now we have downloaded this. Now we have to utilize this. Okay, this download is completed. So now we are going to import this. Okay, import Gradio as a GR. Okay, we are going to import this Gradio library and we are going to call as the short form. We are going to call as the short form as a GR for this Gradio library. Okay, so we have installed this library. Now we are going to import this. Okay, so why we are importing? Because we are going to utilize this library. For that purpose, we have to import this. Okay, so we are going to import Gradio as a short form name as a GR. Okay, till this point, any questions? No? Okay, great. So now in this application, guys, okay, in this application, we are going to create the app, right? We are going to create the one app here, app equal to gr Gradio. Gr is nothing but the Gradio dot interface. We are going to create one interface here. Interface. Okay, we are going to create the interface. In the interface, there are some of the important points here, okay, to be noted. What are the important points here? The first point is nothing but the FN function. Okay, FN is nothing but the function. So here I'm going to write a function here. Okay, so here I'm going to write a one function. So this is the FN is nothing but the write a Python function. Okay, Python function. We are going to write here Python function. Okay, already above we have written this Python function. Okay, what is the Python function we have written here? Okay, this is the Python function. Okay, this is the Python function add numbers. Okay, this is the function name add number. I'm going to provide this add number there. Okay, I'm going to provide here function equal to. Okay, FN is nothing but the function, guys. Okay, this is the function. Okay, this is the function name. But this function take the inputs, right? This function take the inputs. What are those inputs? Right, so we have to define here. Okay, the inputs. We have to define the inputs to this function. So we are going to write this input. What is the input to this function? So the input is nothing but we are going to define input components. Okay, we are going to define the input components for the function. Okay, for the function. So here we are going to just right here we are going to define the function. Here we are going to provide this input. Okay, what are the inputs required for this? Right, what are the input is required for this? Right, so we require the two numbers, right? So we require the two numbers. What are those numbers? So number one, okay, number one and number two. Okay, these two inputs are required here. We are writing the string, okay, number one and number two. Okay, these are the inputs required for this function. We have written this function here. This function, what is the input required? The two numbers, x and y, right? Two numbers required. This is the first number, this is the second number. Then out from this function, what is the output we are expecting? So from this function, we are going to expect the output as a one number itself. Okay, we are going to expect the output as a numbers also, right? So we have written this. Okay, so we have to just write the comma here. Okay, fine. So now we have created one small application. What is this application? So the Gradio.interface. In the interface, we have to provide the three components. Okay, first component is the function. In the function, we have provided this is the function we have already written, add numbers. Now we are going to provide the input. What are the input to this function? Two numbers, x and y. These are the two numbers to function. What is the output we are expecting? The addition of this, right? Addition is also number. So we are expecting this output. So this is the application is created. Okay, this application is created. Let's execute this. Okay, this application is created. Now we have to launch this application. Okay, app.launch. Okay, we are going to launch this application. Now, okay, say I'm going to execute this. Okay, spelling mistake. Launch. Yeah, fine. So it is going to launch this application. Okay, perfect. It got launch this application. Okay, now I'm going to pass here the value. X value is, let's suppose 10. The y value is nothing but the 20. Okay, let's suppose 20. Then we are going to submit this, right? We are going to submit this. Okay, what is the error we are getting? Okay, just 1 second. Let me print this, reprint. Okay, actually I have written this right 2 times, 3 times now. Let me execute this again. Just copy this function. Let me execute this one more time here. Okay, fine. Okay, this is the accepting only 2 parameters. Okay, but here I have given the 3 parameters. That was the issue. Okay, I'm rerun this function. Okay, one more time. Now I'm going to provide this function here itself. Add numbers, same function. Now I'm going to relaunch this application. Okay, fine. So here we are going to provide this 10 value. We are going to provide the 20 value. Now we are going to submit this. Okay, we got this output as 30. Yes, we got the output. So now you can see I'm going to open this application in the web UI. Okay, just click on this UI. Okay, now this application is there, guys. Okay, so here you can see application is hosted now in the Gradio cloud. The 10 is the input. Okay, let's suppose 20 is the input, X value, and Y value is nothing but the 30. So let's submit this value. Okay, we got this output as a 50. So submission is correct. Let's try this different number. Input is a 50. Another input is a 60. Then print this. We got this 110. Okay, that is correct. Now I'm doing this URL to you guys. You can access this now. Okay, I'm going to provide this URL for you guys. You can access and try this application. Okay, just try this application and let me know whether we are able to access and whether we are able to execute it. Okay, Arjun, any question? I can see your hand is raised. If you have any question, you can go ahead.
Yeah, that is from the previous
okay,
question.
okay, no worries. Okay, you can, yeah, fine. You can just, okay, I will.
If we are ending the class, I have a couple of questions I joined today. So do you want me to ask my questions or?
Yeah, you can ask, right? You can go ahead and ask.
Yeah. So are you going to repeat the same topics, once the session is finalized? Because normally, the first 2-3 sessions are going to be introduction sessions, right? So once
Yes.
people join, are you going to repeat the same thing or are you going to start from where you completed?
No, guys. Okay, you can say I'm going to repeat this. This is the demo session, guys. Okay, we can understand what are the applications of AI, what is the generative AI, but actual syllabus is not started, right? You can say this is just a use cases we are going to understand from the generative and agentic AI. But whenever we are going to start from the, let's suppose tomorrow, right? We are going to start from this basic first class itself. Okay, we are going to revise.
Okay, so the first class is going to be from tomorrow.
Yes, correct.
So what is the focus of this course? Is it going to be hands-on coding or Is it going to be more of, because what I understood is in Gen AI or, AI, right, you don't need to code much, right? You need to understand, how to use those different components. Is that the
Guys, okay,
focus,
you
or
can
is it going to be more of a Python coding and other stuff?
Yeah, we can see here. Okay, as whenever we are going to start, right? Initial 2 month of time. Okay, in the 1.5 month or 2 month of time, we are going to hands-on practice. Okay, guys. Okay, we are going to learn the Python. We are going to implement the different use case using the Python. But later part, okay, whenever we are in the position to understand the code, debug the code, write the different applications, AI application. Then later part, I will going to showcase how you can write the code without code also. Okay, without create this AI application without code also. We are going to see no code, low code platform also, right? But before that, guys, okay, as a developer, right, I'm also working in the industry currently. Okay, there are lots of tool, low code, no code, but so we have to customize, right, as per our requirement. Okay, we have to more customize, more frequent. Business have the different requirement, guys. Okay, so we have to customize this. Okay, for that customized purpose, we have to write some code. We have to code can be generated from the GitHub Copilot or any other tool, right? But should be in the position we can debug this, we can execute this code end to end. You can understand this code, and you can translate the business case into the right. Business problem. Application. Right. Sometimes you might not get the access to the right, ChatGPT or any AI tools. In that position, you should be in the position to understand the code, debug the code, and write a code application. Okay, which is the Python. So that is the reason in the first 2 to 3 months we are going to focus on the coding side, and we are going to build the different applications in the generative and agentic AI. Later part, we are going to touch upon the low code or no code platform also. There we can how can build without this AI code also, right? So this is how we are going to have the mix up, right? Hands-on practice will be there, and then later part, no code platform will be there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. And you can see here, which is already I have covered this previously this batch for the generative and agentic AI. Okay, this is the previously batch I have covered this 435. You can see the syllabus, right? What is syllabus I have covered here, right? It is a completely hands-on practice. Okay, generative AI will be there, agentic AI will be there. Okay, hands-on practice will be there, project will be there, deployment will be there, cloud platform will be there. Okay, so this. I have joined today to listen to the demo. Any coding knowledge required to learn this course? I'm working on SRE and middleware engineer. Kumar, you can see the coding knowledge is required as a Python for this course. Okay, so I'm going to cover up the Python. Okay, I'm going to cover up this Python so that you will get this. We don't have to any prerequisite other than Python. Okay, so I'm going to cover the Python also, so you can get this idea how can you utilize this, right? The Python SDK for the development of this different AI applications. Okay, so for that purpose, I'm going to cover the Python so that you can get the hands-on, then you can build the AI applications. So do you have planned the how 7 days session we can do same time? Ajay Kumar, right? You can see here. So this is the right Monday to Saturday session. Same time, right? This will be the sessions will be same time, but Monday to Saturday. Okay, Monday to Saturday, same time, 1.5 hours daily basis. Okay.
Do we need to do any hands-on from our side?
Yes, required the hands-on also, because you can see the assignment I'm going to provide. Okay, so this
Okay.
assignment we need, right? We have to perform hands-on so that we'll get this also competence, right? What are the things happening? This is not a theoretical class, guys. Okay, this is not a complete theoretical class. We have the practical sessions. 90%, 80% practical session will be there. 20% will be theory, right? 20% will be theory. Most of the only we have those practical hands-on session, and you have to practice. We are going to provide the assignment so that we will get the hands-on, so that you can in the position to build your application, okay, production ready application at the end of this course.
Great. Thank you.
Kathy, yeah, no worry. So here, what is the difference between AI ML engineering role in this? It is correlated to AI engineering post or ML engineering, right? Okay, this is the mostly this role is belong to the AI engineering rather than ML engineering. Okay, in this course, we are not going to touch the ML engineering side. We are going to touch upon this AI engineering side. Means we are going to have this deep learning, NLP, generative AI, agentic AI, right? So this is the AI engineering related. But here in this course, we are not having this ML engineering. Okay, so ML engineering, it will take right month time, right? It is a 1 month, 2 month time it will take to complete this course. There is a separate course for this. Okay, I'm running one separate batch where we have this AI batch. We are having this statistics, machine learning, right, and other deep learning and other course, right? So this is not a machine learning course definitely, but you can see in the AI engineering, generative AI, agentic AI, more focus in this course is the generative AI and agentic AI side. Along with we are going to have this deep learning, Python coding also, and natural language processing also, which is very important for this. Okay. Okay, we'll discuss. Okay, what is the the difference between this AI and ML engineering role? Okay, we have some other different role. I will discuss. Okay, one of the session we will discuss on this. Okay, what is this AI? Which are the role we can target? I have just prepared there here also one of the PPT. I not showcase this PPT to you guys, but there is a role, right? You can. I will going to show the roles and responsibility of AI engineer. Okay, and here you can see. Okay, you can target for this role: generative AI engineer, developer AI engineer, Gen AI engineer, AI automation engineer, agentic AI developer, LLM engineer, product AI engineer, AI consultant, founder, and product data scientist. Okay, so we are going to apply for this role. Okay, so these are the role we are going to apply for this, and what are the roles and responsibility? Okay, what day-to-day activity we have to perform, how we can going to build this application, what are the things we need to perform. Okay, I will going to share these notes also. Okay, is there is the ML engineer role required to learn this AI engineering? No, no. ML engineer role is not required to this learn this AI engineering, guys. Okay. So here in this course, right, we can just have this Python basic knowledge is required to learn this. Okay, that is sufficient. We don't require this ML engineer knowledge. Okay, you don't require this ML engineer knowledge to learn this course. Okay, AI engineering side. But you can see here AI engineering in the domain, you can learn this machine learning also. That is fine. But in this course, right, we don't require to machine learning to be as a prerequisite for this course. Okay, the only prerequisite for this course is the Python knowledge, and which is I'm going to cover up in this course. Okay, so do not worry about it. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, so now we are going to proceed further. So I hope you are able to access this application, guys. Yes, no, all of you. Okay, okay, great guys. Okay, now we are going to build this now AI application. Okay, this is a very simple application, right? We have built up. Now we are going to build the AI application here. How can build up? Now we can see. So we have created let Gradio. So my question is, the ML engineer is required to learn this prerequisite? No, 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 no. ML engineer, right? The ML engineer required to learn. No, right? ML engineer is not required, guys. Okay, so you can see Kathy. Okay, so here ML engineer required to learn prerequisite AI engineering post. Uh, yeah, so you can see in the AI engineering, it's a depend, guys. Okay, so you can see there is some of the roles which is specifically for the ML engineer. Okay, in that case, you can apply for the ML engineer. In that case, we require the ML engineering knowledge. Okay, ML engineer prerequisite. Okay, but whenever we are going to apply for generative AI, agentic AI in this core, in this role, we don't require this ML knowledge. Okay, machine learning knowledge here not required at all. Okay, because here we are going to build up the agentic AI use cases as of now, right? The traditional machine learning use cases, right? Different use cases we are going to transform with the help of generative and agentic AI solution, right? Every business is now they want to implement this generative and agentic AI solution over the traditional machine learning solution. Okay, so that is the reason as of now they have the separate role. Okay, in the separate role in the AI engineering, we are the generative AI role, agentic AI role. In that role, we don't require the machine learning knowledge. But if you say, right, overall, right, AI engineering, there is a different, right? Machine learning will be there, deep learning, natural languages, generative AI, agentic AI. This will complete comes under this AI engineering. But in this course, we are not going to touch upon this machine learning, and machine learning is also not required as a prerequisite for this course also. Okay, but whenever we are going to apply for this machine learning engineer or separately data scientist, in that case, we require to have this machine learning knowledge. But whenever we are going to apply for generative AI, agentic AI, in that case, we are not required to have this compulsory machine learning knowledge. You got the point? So lots of people, right, as of now, we are making the transitions. Okay, in this generative and agentic AI, they, even though they don't know the machine learning traditional AI knowledge, okay, even though they are making the transition to generative and agentic AI, because they have learned, they have did the course on the generative and agentic AI, and they are able to, right, implement this solution AI application in their business, different business, without learning this machine learning also, right? So it's a depend what context, what role we are going to target. It's a depend upon that we are going to have this machine learning also. But in the overall engineering, the machine learning is a part of this AI engineering side. But it's what are the role we are going to target. It's a depend upon that whether we require this machine learning or not. But for this course, we don't require machine learning as a prerequisite to complete and apply for the job also, right? We are going to apply for generative AI engineer or agentic AI engineer. In that case, we don't require this machine learning knowledge. Okay, I hope now we got the clear. Okay. Yeah. You can see, okay, Ajay. Okay, you can see here, this is the previous, right? You can see this is the previous sessions. If we go to the, right, this is the generative and agentic AI course, right? I am going to share here, and you can see here the record is still be there, right? This is the day 2 record will be there. Okay, this is the day 1 record. If you miss out this, you can rewatch this again. Okay, I'm going to provide this link here. Okay, fine. Okay, all right. So now I'm going to build up this one AI application here. Okay, very small AI application I'm going to build up with the help of Gradio library. Okay, with the help of Grok. Okay, so we have created this Grok API key, right? We have stored this Grok API key. Okay, so now we are going to download this. Okay, so pip install. So we have to install this library. Install Grok library. We have to install this Grok library so that we can utilize this LLM model from the Grok cloud. Okay, so for that purpose, I'm going to write this exclamation mark pip install Grok. I'm going to write this. Okay, it will going to install this library. Whenever we have to utilize this Gradio, in that case also we have downloaded this and then we have imported this, right? As of now, we have downloaded this package, okay, Grok, and then we are going to import this. Okay, we are going to import this Grok. Okay, like this, we are going to import this Grok, or you can say we are going to import this from Grok. From Grok, we are going to import Grok. Okay, we are going to import this Grok. Okay, fine. So initially we have downloaded this. First of all, we have to download this package because this package are not available in the Python readily. So we have to download this. How we are going to download? With the help of pip manager. Okay, this is the pip is the package manager. Okay, this is the we are going to utilize for the PyPy package. Okay, there is one library PyPy. Okay, PyPy is the package manager library here. Oh, it is not showing. Okay, PyPy. Okay, just one second. Yeah, search result for PyPy. Okay, so here you can see here is the, let's suppose I want to download this Grok. Okay, this is the manage the all the packages, guys. Okay, this is the external community here. Okay, this is the external community. Some of the package we are going to utilize from the Python, but some of the package we readily not available in the Python. We have to download from this PyPy. Okay, this is the PyPy is the organization where it is store these different packages here. Okay, this is the Grok. Okay, we want to utilize this Grok. So how can we utilize pip install Grok? So I have written the same command here. Okay, so I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste here. So we have installed this pip install Grok. So it got connected this package, download this package. Now we are going to import this package. We have imported this. Okay, so now we are going to set up this environment key. Okay, so in our environment key, as of now, we have just store here, right? You can see here, we have stored this environment key here as a Grok API key, this one, right? We have stored this. I want to copy this. Okay, okay, this is the command. Just copy this command and paste here. Okay, this is the command, guys. Okay, from the Google Colab user data, we need to get the secrets. Okay, what is the secret name here? So this is the secret name, Grok API key. Okay, this is the secret name we have stored here. So I'm going to store this into some of the variable Grok API key. I'm going to store as a Grok API key. Okay, so I'm going to execute now. Okay, there is a pop-up will be there, grant access. You can just provide the grant access to the key. So this key will be access. Now, okay, say we have provided this access, right? So this key will be utilized here. We have access this key from the secrets to this environment. Okay, but now we have to set up this in the environment as of now. We are just access. Okay, this key we have as of now we have access. Now we have to set up this key into the environment. Okay, this is the environment. In this environment, how to set up? So for that purpose, we need to require this import OS. Okay, OS is one library. We require this library to set up this API key into the environment. How do we set up? OS dot environment. Okay, we are going to use the OS dot environment. In the environment, we are going to write the script grok API key. Okay, we have to write the grok API key equal to this API key. Okay, this API key variable. So this API key will be set up in the environment phase. Okay, so what we did, we have created this API key. We have stored this API key in the secrets, and from the secrets we have accessed this API key here. And now this API key we need to set up in the environment. How we are going to set up in the environment? OS dot environment. We have to give this name. We have to give this name. Okay, this is the compulsory name we have to give so that this key will be set up in the environment. So that this grok client, whenever we are going to set up the grok client, it will going to initialize this key. Okay, so that is the reason we have to set up this environment, the key in the environment. Okay, so now I'm going to execute this. So this key is now set up in the environment. So in this, whenever in this environment, in the environment means in this coding, right? When I'm going to write the any code, now this key will be available to get this access to the LLM models. Okay, so now I'm going to create this client. We are going to initialize. Okay, initialize client. Okay, we are going to reinitialize this client. Okay, how we can going to initialize this client? Equal to client equal to grok. Okay, client equal to grok. We are going to initialize this client. So this is imported, right? You can see this we have imported from grok. We have imported this grok, and we have initialized this client here. Okay, grok. So this is the client is initialized. Okay, perfect. It got executed. So this client, while initialize this client, we need to set up this API key. So this is how we are set up this API key in this environment like this. Okay, so this client is set up. So now we are going to utilize this client for the chart completion. Okay, what is the chart completion now, guys? You can say chart completion. Okay, chart completion nothing but the, let's suppose in the chart GPT application, guys. Okay, in the chart GPT application, what we'll do? So we are going to provide some query. Okay, we are going to provide some user query. Okay, user query. And this user query, we are getting this response, right? We are getting the response. Whenever we are passing this user query to the LLM models, we are getting the response from this, right? So this is the, let me showcase this part. Just one second. Okay, so now we can see here, let me showcase here. Okay, so here, what we'll try to understand, we are utilizing the different applications, right? ChatGPT and all other applications we are going to utilize. What we'll do, so we are going to provide this input, right? So here, this is the user query. User query is nothing but our prompt, right? User query is nothing but the, we are going to call as the prompt here. Okay, we are going to call as the prompt. Okay, this user query prompt will pass to the LLM model. The ChatGPT is nothing but the LLM model, guys. Okay, one of the LLM models. Okay, this is the LLM models. We are going to hit our query. Once this, we are going to pass this user query. Then this LLM model will start to complete this. Okay, complete this user query. Okay, this complete this user query. LLM model start and it will going to give the response here. Okay, it will going to complete this user query. Okay, let's suppose we are asking this, what is the capital of India? It will going to give the answer as a New Delhi. Okay, so this how it will going to, whenever we are going to ask this user query, it will going to complete that user query. Means complete that user query nothing but the, we are getting the response to the user query. So this is called chart completion. Okay, for that purpose we are going to call as the chart completion purpose. Okay, so we are going to utilize this LLM model for the chart completion. Okay, LLM model we are going to utilize for the chart completion purpose. Okay, we are going to utilize for chart completion. Okay, so now whenever we are going to utilize, right, the client, right, we have created this client. Okay, so I'm going to utilize this client, the client dot, okay, we are using the chart dot completion. We are going to utilize this client, this LLM model. We are going to utilize for the completion purpose. Then we are going to write this create. Okay, this is the syntax, guys. Okay, this is the client dot This is the chart completion we are going to utilize for the chart completion. And this is the create. In the create, what we'll do? So we are going to provide the LLM models, right? We are going to provide the LLM model. Okay, which LLM model we are going to provide here? So here, the model, I'm going to write this model as a, okay, so you can see the grok, right? You can see support grok. So here are the different LLM models, like Meta Llama is model is there. This is the 3.1 version is there, 8 billion parameter. Okay, this is the 3.3 version of this Meta Llama model. And this is the 70 billion parameter utilized for the training. This is the 8 billion model is utilized for the training. This is the 70 billion parameter utilized for the training of this LLM model. So let's suppose I'm going to utilize this Llama 3.3 70 billion versatile model. Okay, I'm going to copy this ID. I'm going to back and I'm going to paste here this model ID. Okay, this is the model ID. Means this is the version, this is the Llama model, this is the version 3.3. This is the, what is this 70 billion is nothing but the parameters. I will going to explain what is the parameter in the deep learning. Okay, what is the parameter? And this 70 billion parameter utilized for the training this model, guys. Okay, if you imagine a very large parameter. Okay, 70 billion is a very huge parameter. Parameters nothing but the different words, right? Different open source book content we are utilized for the training this LLM models. We are going to call it the weight and bias, nothing but the parameters. Okay, we are going to, as of now, you don't know what is the parameter, what is the weight and bias, but we'll discuss on this deep learning class. What is this? And then this 70 billion parameter utilized for this training this Llama model 3.3, and this is a versatile model. Okay, we can utilize for the different applications. Okay, this is the model. We can set up this model. Then we are going to pass this message here. Okay, we are going to pass the message. Okay, this message we need to pass in the dictionary format. Okay, list of dictionary. Okay, this is the square list. I have written the square list. This is the square bracket. Then I have written the angular. This is the bracket, curly bracket. Then this is the user. User is asking, right? User is asking. That is the reason I have provided here role equal to user. And the content. What is the user is asking here? So let's suppose user is asking the question. Okay. Tell me. Okay, or let's suppose I'm going to write this. Okay, all right. Okay, this is a prompt, guys. Okay, write a blog about AI engineering. Okay, let's suppose write a blog for writing the AI engineering. Okay, so this is the user query. I'm going to close this now. The curly bracket I'm going to close here. Okay, now you can see this is the how we are going to create this. Okay, so you can see here the chart. We are going to client. We are going to utilize for the chart completion purpose. Then we are going to create this client here by providing this Llama model name. After this model name, what we'll do? So we are going to provide the message here. Okay, this is the message. And then after this message, okay, in the message, we have to provide the square bracket. And then inside the square bracket, we have to provide the dictionary. Okay, this is the dictionary. We are going to understand what is the dictionary. Okay, what is the dictionary? We are going to understand later part. This is the list. Okay, this is the square bracket, nothing but the list. And in the list, we are providing the right in the dictionary. In the dictionary format, nothing but this is the key role, and this is the value is user. This is another key. What is this value? Key content, and this is the user query. User is asking write a blog about this AI engineering. Okay, so this is how user message is there. Okay, this is how in this format we have to write this user message. Okay, so I'm going to write. Okay, so I'm going to store this in the one of the variable as a completion or response. Okay, that is fine. Completion equal to this one. Okay, I'm going to write this. Okay, it got completed. Now print this response. Okay, we are going to print this response here. The response is nothing but our completion. Okay, we got the output here. Okay, we got this output in the tuple format here, guys. Okay, we got this output here. There are lots of parameters. You can see so lots of value here. Logs, message. You can see the chart completed message. Then content. Right? We are got in the output here. Okay, so now we want to access this. Okay, we got this output in the tuple. So tuple is how do we access by tuple? By using the its index. Okay, so by using the its index, we are going to access. Let's suppose here, here we want this output, right? Let me showcase. Okay, in the choice, these choices we require. Okay, these choices, you can see this output is stored inside these choices. Okay, this is the choice. So in that we require this output. You can see here is the output. Choice, message, and then content. Okay, this is how output is stored. So we want to access this. Okay, we want to access this. The first of all choices. Let me copy this, and I'm going to write this. Collect completion dot choices. Okay, this is the let's execute this. So we got this right. The choice, then message. Okay, choice just message. What is this? This is the square bracket. Square bracket is nothing but the list. How do you access the list? By using the its index. We are going to understand later part, guys. Okay, do not worry about now. I'm just accessing the response. Okay, I'm going to access this response. So this is the choice. In the choice, we got the list, and list is accessed by its the index. So I'm going to write the index, 0 index, then execute this. In the 0 index, we got this choice. In the choice, what is the we got? Index is there. Then we got the message here. We want to access this message. Okay, this message, because in the message we have the chart completion message, right? We want this as a content from this message. So let's copy again and paste here. Okay, then choices dot message. Okay, message. Let's print this. Now we got this chart completion, and then we require this content here. Okay, now I'm going to access the content. Okay, message dot content. Okay, message dot content. So we got the final content. Okay, so this is the final content, right? The future of innovation, understanding the AI engineering, artificial intelligence, AI engineering, right? You can see machine learning, deep learning, natural language, computer vision, then healthcare. These are the applications, right? The software engineer, data scientist, AI researcher, AI ethics. Okay, so these are the challenges, future decision. Okay, so this is explaining. This is writing the one blog about this AI engineering. Okay, let's suppose I'm going to change this input. Okay, write a blog about this generative AI and agentic AI. Okay, agentic AI. I'm going to change this right content. I'm going to write this again. Okay, it is going to write. So now we are going to print this response. Okay, we are going to print this response. We can directly print this. Okay, we don't need to print this in between steps. We can directly print this, right? The completion dot choices of 0 matches content will get this right final output. Okay, so now feature of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, we can see generative AI, it will create the new content. Okay, art, music, center content, data augmentation. Then we can use the notable example of generative AI, right? Generative adversarial GANs, okay, large language model. In the agentic AI, we are utilizing the robotics, autonomous vehicles, healthcare, finance domain, we are going to utilize. Okay, and then it is going to provide some of the examples also for the generative agentic AI. Okay, based upon that, it has written this log. Okay, so this part is clear, guys. Okay, this part is clear. So now what we'll do, so this, what is the code we have written, guys? Okay, what are the code we have written? This code I'm going to write in the function format. Okay, I'm going to write one function for this code. Okay, any question, guys, till now? Okay, any questions, anyone? Okay, no questions. So now what I'll do, I'm going to write one function here. Okay, just copy, write one function here. Okay, so here in the function, how do we can write the function? With the help of define keyword, right? Define generate text, or you can say generate text. Here I'm going to write one function. In this function, okay, in this function, what will do? So we are going to write the same code here, guys. Okay, we are going to write the same code here in this function. Okay, just I copy and paste it here. Okay, but I have, what is the code we have written here? Okay, this is the code we have written here, and this code, right? This code we are going to return some output, right? So we are going to return some output from this code. Okay, let me write like this. Just one second. Just I'm going to find. Okay, so here we have written this code. Now we are going to return some output, right? What is the output we are going to return? So we are going to return the output, return completion. Okay, this is the completion. We are going to return this output, completion. Okay, not completion only. What is the output we are expecting? The completion of this one, right? The completion of 0 message, right? Run content, this one. We are expecting this output as well, this one. Okay, completion of this. Okay, so what are the code we have written? Just we have written the in the function format so that we can deploy, we can create this application, right? So you can see this is the define generate text, right? In the generate text, what will do? So we are going to provide one of the, here we have written this prompt here, right? You can see here we have written this prompt. So instead of writing the prompt here directly, what I'll do, I'm going to remove this here, this part I'm going to remove. I'm going to write here the prompt. Okay, simple prompt. Okay, and this prompt I'm going to pass user query here to the function. Okay, this is the X, where initially we passed the X and Y, right, parameter. But now I'm going to pass as a prompt here, right? We are going to pass as a prompt here. Okay, so this is the prompt will be the user, right? User can ask any prompt. So here I have asked the hard coded, right? It is not always be true. we have to change this parameter, we have to change this prompt, okay, as per the user query. So this is a simple code with whatever we learn. So we are going to create one function for that. Generate is the one function name. This is the parameter. This is the user query. It is a prompt, and we are going to complete this prompt within this code. Okay, so this is how we have written this code here, right? Generate text. Let's execute this now. Okay, we have executed this code. Okay, so let me create the new cell. Okay, so this is how we have created the new cell. Now we can create this application. Now we are going to create this Generative application again. Okay, app equal to, right, Generative we already imported, right? So gr dot interface, we are going to create this interface. Okay, Generative dot interface. In the interface, what will do? So we are going to provide the function, right? What are the three parameters we require? The function is required, right? After the function, okay, what is the function name here, guys? Yes, what is the function? The generate text. Initially was the add numbers was their function name, right? Here the function name is the generated text, right? This is the function name. Then what is the input here we are going to pass? Okay, here, what is the input we are going to pass here? This application, we are going to pass the input as a nothing but the prompt. Okay, so we are going to pass the user input, right? User is asking some query, write a blog, write any response, like is asking any questions. So for that purpose, we need to provide some input area, input text box, gr dot text box. We are going to pass the text box here, or text, okay, text box. And then we are going to provide the label here. Okay, label is for just understanding, right? So here we are going to understand, this is the label is for the prompt. Enter the prompt here. Okay, enter the prompt, and then we are going to provide the placeholder here. Okay, placeholder is nothing but the, so that user can understand. Okay, so here I'm going to provide this ask me anything. Okay, so here you can say ask me anything. Okay, anything. Okay, I'm going to ask this. Okay, we are going to provide the label as a prompt, enter the prompt, and in this prompt you can ask anything. Okay, this is the input. Okay, this is the input. After this input, what is the next thing, guys? We have to write the output also, right? We have to write the output. Okay, we have to write this output. In the output, what will do? So we are getting also the Generative dot text area. Okay, Generative dot text area. Okay, text box or text area, that is fine. Means we are utilizing the text area, and then we are going to write here the response. Okay, this is the nothing but the label is nothing but our response. Okay, generated text or response, we can say. And then after that, we are going to provide some title also, right? For this application, we are going to provide the title also. Okay, so title is nothing but the, okay, ask me anything. Okay, or let's suppose title is a content generation. Okay, content generation. Okay, content generation. Okay, we are going to write this content generation. Okay, so this is the application we have defined here, guys. Let's define this application now. Okay, so here we get in this error. Okay, outputs. Okay, output is required. Okay, so, okay, yes is required here. I have written this. Let me rerun this. Okay, fine. This application is ready. Now we have to launch this application, right? App dot launch. Okay, we are going to launch this application. Okay, app dot launch. Now launch these applications. Okay, now I'm going to write here question. Okay, now write a blog on robotics. Okay. Okay, the robotics. I'm going to execute this. So it is going to, right, you can return this block. Okay, you can see it is written this block here. Okay, now we can access this block here. Okay, so now we can access also. Okay, I'm going to provide this link. Okay, here I'm going to write here, write a, you can ask anything, right? So you can ask this any question here, not a write only block. You can write any, let's suppose write a poem. Okay, I'm going to write this. Okay, we got this one poem here. Okay, see. Okay, let's suppose I'm going to write a song, right? Write a song. It is going to write one song here, write a poem, write a song, write a blog. Okay, it is going to generate any text here. Okay, now we can access this application, guys. Try accessing this application. And let me know, are you able to access or not? Okay, we have written this application for this content generation. Okay, now next application we are going to build for the text summarization, image creation. Okay, text summarization, one application we are going to build. For image creation also we are going to build. Okay, so we are going to build a different application. Just I will give you some time. Okay, just access and right. Okay, great. Okay, no worry. Okay, are you able to, all of you, are you able to access this? Yes. Okay. Ajay, yes, we are able to access. Great, great. Okay, now you can see we have built up this application and we are able to access, right? So we are able to access this application, which is a very simple application, right? So initially we have created a small application. Now we have created one AI application. Okay, small application. Okay, now this is the application will long for this application. What is the application will long? This is the application. This will long for the first 1 week, guys. Okay, this application will be this link, right? This link will be there for the 1 week, but after this 1 week it will going to expire. Okay, after this 1 week this link will not be accessible. Okay, means here this Gradio, right? The Gradio, this is the public URL, right? We are going to host this application on this Gradio. Okay, but now as of now this is the right, this link will be accessible only for the 1 week. After the 1 week it will not going to right permanent. Okay, so we want to deploy this application now. Okay, this is the locally deployment over this our local, it is just a proxy of locally. Okay, it is just, it is gradually what it will do, it will create the proxy of local server and it will going to share that on over the cloud. Okay, over this public. Okay, it is just create the proxy of this local server and we are able to access over this publicly, right? So this is how this Gradio works. Okay, so now same application, guys. Okay, same application I'm going to deploy on one of the cloud. Okay, the same application I'm going to, okay, just 1 second, I'm going to remove this part. Okay, fine. So this application, right? This is the application, same application. Now we are going to deploy on the one of the cloud. Okay, Hugging Face cloud. Now you can see I'm going to deploy this code in the Hugging Face cloud. How I am going to deploy it? Okay, now understand. Okay, this is a permanent deployment, guys. Okay, Hugging Face library. Just click on this Hugging Face. Okay, so this right as of now, let's suppose you not right login, right? Whenever you are not login, we have to first of all log in to Hugging Face. Okay, Hugging Face. Okay, Hugging Face. Just search for the Hugging Face. Okay, this is the first link will be there, right? The Hugging Face. This first link will be there. So just click on this link, and then it will ask for the login, guys. Okay, already I have login, so that is the reason when I am going to click here, it will log in. But you have to log in using your Gmail ID. Okay, you can log in, or you can utilize the GitHub ID or any ID. You can just click on the login. Okay, it is a login to this. Okay, so this is my profile is created, guys. Okay, later part I will going to discuss very much detail. What is this Hugging Face profile, right? What is this Hugging Face? Why we are going to utilize? What are the different models? What is the data set, right? You can see here is the different models, guys. Okay, in this Hugging Face we have the different LLM models here, AI models, different LLM models. Okay, this is the one company. Hugging Face is one company. Okay, this Hugging Face is one company, and this company has right the right the GitHub is nothing but the all this right it is a source control management for the all the code, right? But Hugging Face has the target. Initially they have come up with this, the provide this right ecosystem for the NLP base. Okay, initially they were in the NLP base. Okay, NLP, natural language processing based application. They are going to provide the different LLM models, different natural language processing models, data set. But now, whenever the right generative application comes into the right market, they have started providing this LLM language also, LLM models also here. We can utilize this LLM models. You can see here are the different LLM models, guys. Okay, this is the one LLM models. Let's suppose I'm going to search here Meta model. Okay, Meta Llama. Okay, you can see this is the Meta Llama. Already we have utilized this Meta Llama model right here. The Llama 3.7, 3.70 billion. Okay, this model. Right, we have utilized this model, right? So this is the 3.70 billion model. We can utilize from the Grok Cloud. We can utilize for the Hugging Face also. Okay, this model. So I will going to explain this later part. Okay, but here what I'll do, I'm going to deploy here. So this is the pace. Okay, just click on the pace and here the new pace will be there. Okay, new pace, click on the new pace. I'm going to give the name as a okay, content generation, content generation Okay, content generation app. Okay, content generation app. Okay, I'm going to give the name. You can give any name, okay, to this application. And here I'm going to utilize the Gradio, right? You can see you can use the Docker, you can use the static, you can use the chatbot, you can use the text image, you can use the different blank also, right? Template. But as of now, we are going to use the Gradio. So I'm going to select this Gradio. Okay, you can provide the description also this application, that is fine. License, okay, as of now, we are not going to go for any license. Okay, that is fine. Later part, I will going to explain what is this license. Okay, now you can see I'm going to utilize this Gradio here. Okay, I'm going to utilize this Gradio. And later part, we are going to utilize the GPU also. Okay, let's as of now, we are utilizing the CPU only, but later part, how we can utilize the GPU, I will going to showcase. Okay, and now we are going to utilize this public application, right? We are going to deploy this public application. So I'm going to create one page. Okay, this page is created, guys. Okay, what is this page is created? You can see here. You can start the clone this repo, right? Likewise, GitHub, we can source control manage here also, right? So clone this repo. As of now, I'm not going to that. Okay, here just go below. Okay, here is a create application.py file, right? You can see here is the create application.py. I'm going to utilize this code here, same code, whatever the code we have written. Let's suppose I'm going to create app.py file. Okay, I'm going to create this app.py file. I'm going to write the code. Okay, what are the code we have written here? Let me go. This is the simple code I'm going to deploy first of all. Okay, in the Gradio cloud, in the Hugging Face cloud, I'm going to deploy the simple code, whatever we have written here. Okay, this is the simple code we have written here, right? So let me the add number. Okay, this is the code. Add numbers. Okay, this is the code. Just copy, paste here. Okay, this is the code. And then another line was the what was the another line? This one, right? This one. Just copy and paste here. Okay, we have written this code. Now we are going to just paste in this code in this UI and then app.launch. Okay, we are going to launch this code. Okay, in this launch. Okay, in the launch we have to write one thing here. Okay, SSR mode. Okay, SSR mode we have to write SSR mode. SSR mode we have to write the share mode. Okay, what is the share right mode? We have to write the false. Okay, false. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, just one thing we have to add here. SSR mode equal to false. FALS. False. I'm going to explain this. Okay, what is this SSR mode? Means what is the link is going to create, right? Share the public link. Okay, so it is going to by default true, but we don't want to right here in whenever you're going to deploy on the Hugging Face, now we don't require to create the public link again. Okay, that is the reason we are going to write this SSR mode equal to false. Okay, so this is the code, right? We have written this code. Okay, for that purpose, we require to import this Gradio also, right? You can see I'm going to import this Gradio, import Gradio as a GR. So what is the import statement we have to import at the start of the code, guys? Okay. Then we have written this some function, and then we are going to utilize this Gradio.interface. We are passing this function. What is the input? These two numbers, and then we are going to output as a number. Okay, this code is written, right? Already we have code written. We are going to deploy this code now. Okay, same code I have just copied, and then we are going to commit this to the main branch. Okay, later part I will going to explain the GitHub also. But now you can see, guys, the building is there. Okay, so you can see there is a building is there. It will going to build this image. But now for this image, okay, for this application, we require a dependency file. But as of now, I have not installed any dependency file, right? So, but in this my code, in our code, we have installed this Gradio library, right? This library. Okay, pip install Gradio library. So we have to provide this Gradio library, otherwise it will not going to execute this. Okay, so you can see what I'll do. I'm going to create one file here, go to the file. Okay, just click on file. Here you can see this is the app.py file we have created. This readme file is by default is there. I want to create the one new file here. Okay, so you can see I'm going to create this contribute. I'm going to create a new file. In the new file, what is the library we have provided here? Gradio, right? So I'm going to mention here Gradio library. Okay, then I'm going to mention the name of this file as a. Okay, what is the name of file? I'm going to mention requirement.txt. Okay, requirements dot txt file, which is very important, guys. Okay, deployment purpose, right? In the UI, right? In the right this file we can write this, right? We can download here, we can play, we can exploration. This is called an exploration notebook. Okay, you can install this library like this, you can write. But in the production purpose, we have to create the requirement.txt. txt. So it is the having the collection of all the required library. Okay, so this is the Generative is the required library as of now. I'm going to store this library. I'm going to commit this. Okay, now this library will be stored. Now you can see it is going to start building again. Okay, so you can go to the logs. If you go to the logs, it will go download this Gradual application. Okay, Gradual library it will going to download. Then it will going to, you can see the build guys. Okay, you can see the build, what will happen backend. So it will backend, you can see pip install. Okay, it is a pip install requirement.txt. In the requirement, we have this Gradual application. It will going to download this Gradual. Okay, it will going to download this Gradio. Then it will at the backend it will going to create one Docker file, guys. Okay, at the backend it will going to create one Docker file. Okay, it is going to create the pip freeze. Then it will going to make a directory. You copy this. Okay, just generally the syntax we are going to write in the Docker file. I will going to showcase later part. Okay, and it will going to create one image file and it will going to push that image file. Okay, once this image file is built is done, it will going to container is going to start. Okay, this container start now. So we want to access this application. How do we access? Just click on this app. This app is running now. Okay, this is how we can build a very small application. Here I'm going to pass this X value is a 10, Y value is nothing but the 20, and let's run this. We got the output 30. Now this application is forever running, guys. Okay, it is permanent running on the Hugging Face platform. Now you can try accessing this application. Okay, this application is forever running on this Hugging Face. Okay, so this is the right. Whenever we are run this here, Gradio application in my local notebook, whenever I'm going to stop this, right, it will going to stop after 7 days, or I can, let's suppose I'm going to stop as of now, it is going to stop. We are not able to access. But whenever I'm going to deploy on this Hugging Face, you can utilize this forever, permanent. Now it is permanent. You can utilize these applications on the permanent basis. Okay, got the point? Now try accessing this application again. Let me know, right, whether we are able to access or not. Okay, it's working. Fine, great guys. Okay, great. So now we can see we are just we are deploy this small application on the Hugging Face. Now what are the AI application we have built? We are going to deploy this application also there. Okay, let's deploy this application. Okay, so now you can see. So what is the application we have written here? Okay, we have written this application, Gradio, right? This one. Okay, this application we have written like this. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just copy this. Okay, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste there. Okay, so let me create this new page. Okay, let's go to this profile. Okay, in this profile, you can see this is a page. I'm going to create the new page again. Okay, in the new page, I'm going to write this, right? Okay, text generation or content generation. Content generation using open source LLM model. Okay, open source LLM model, right? So this is the, we are going to write this name of this. You can provide the description also, that is fine. Okay, and then I'm going to utilize the Gradio again. Okay, this is the CPU by default. I'm going to utilize the CPU. Later part we're going to discuss GPU or Docker file also we are going to understand later part. Or you can use static website also. Okay, that is fine. So this is the public, right? I'm going to create this page. Okay, whenever we're going to create this page, we can have this GitHub command, but as of now, we are not going to this. Okay, later part I will going to discuss what is the, how can clone this Git repo, how can set up this environment, how can download this all this file, right? Later part I will going to discuss. But as of now, you can see I'm going to create this app.py file. In the app.py file, how we can create this app.py file? If you go, right, we have written the code, right? You can see environment, right? You can see here we have written this environment like this. Okay, we have written this environment like this way. But in this, right, whenever we have the writing the code, we have to write the some different code here. Okay, little bit different code will be there. I will going to showcase what is the different code. Okay, then we can see here the client will be required. Okay, we are going to set up the client. Okay, just copy and paste here this client. Then what is the next step? Just this will be there, right? So instead of this, what I'll do, we are going to paste the function here. Okay, what are the function we are written? This function. Okay, I'm going to paste this function. Okay, this is the function I'm going to paste. And then what is the next? After this function, we are going to app, right? This is the application, right? So we are going to provide this application. And then after the application, what is the next? We have to launch, right? In the launch, just click on the launch. In the launch, what I'll do, we have to write this share equal to SSR, right? SSR share, right? Shareable link, right? Shareable mode, we have to do the false. Okay, by default it is a publicly shareable link it will going to create, but we don't require, right? Publicly. Okay, fine. App.launch. Yes. Okay, fine. So this is the same code. Whatever the code we are written, this is the same code here. I'm going to paste here. Okay, nothing changed, but only one change is there. What is the change? We have to write one code. Okay, we have to write only for this, set up this environment key. Okay, so this how we can set up this key in the environment like this way, but there is a different way to set up this key in the here in the VS code, or you can say in the .py file. In the .py file, this is .py file, guys. Okay, you can say app.py file. This is not an interactive Python notebook. In the interactive Python notebook, we are going to write this way, but this is the not correct way in case of this .py file. Okay, in case of .py file, what is the correct way? So we have to utilize this load env. Okay, so you can see from .env. This is the package, guys. Okay, .env is the package required, and from this .env we are going to load this. Okay, load .env. So this is the package required. Just one second. Okay, so this is how we are going to utilize this in this setup key in the VS code. Okay, in the IPNV notebook, but this code we have to set up in the .py file this way. Okay, from .env we are going to load this .env. Okay, and then we are going to load the environment. Load .env. What is happening? Okay, fine. Let me copy this. Okay, and then open and close brackets. Okay, so this how it is going to set up this key in the environment. Okay, after this set up this key, okay, after this set up the key, we need to write here os dot get. Okay, get env. We have to write this os dot get env, and then we have to write the key name. What is the key name we are going to store? Grok API key. Okay, Grok API key. Okay, this is the only 2 lines of code will change, guys. Okay, this 3 lines of code. Okay, in the IPNV notebook, this is how we are going to set up. But in the .py file, we have to write this way. Okay, we have to load in the environment. We are going to store in the environment file, right? .secret we have to store. I will going to showcase how we can store this secret. As of now, we are not store this secret. I'm going to showcase how we can store this. Okay, but now this is the way to access this key. Okay, this is the only change required. Rest of the code is same, guys. Okay, rest of the code no change, but for the setting of the environment file, okay, only this change we need to make. Okay, okay, fine. So then we require this, right? We require some libraries also. Okay, Generative is required. Okay, from Generative. Okay, import Generative as a gr. Okay, import Generative as a gr. Okay, then import from Grok. Okay, from Grok we are going to import Grok. Okay, from Grok we are going to import this library. Already we have imported this library, right? There also we have imported, right? You can see here this Grok library we have imported, right? You can see this Grok we have imported, Generative we have imported, right? So this is the same thing we have just imported here, nothing else. Okay, only change these 3 lines. Instead of this setting of this environment key, we have just change this line, these 3 lines added. We have 3 lines code. We have make change to set up this environment key to access this environment key like this. Okay, this is the only change. Then rest of the code will be same, nothing else. Okay, so I'm going to commit now to the main branch. Just click on this commit. Okay, it is going to start this. Okay, it is start the building. You can see it is going to create the logs here. It is going to create the logs, but as of now we are not installed the requirement file. Okay, we need to create the requirement file. So how to create? Just click on the file. Okay, here is the requirement file is by default they will be not created. Okay, so we need to create this contribute, create the requirement.txt file. So we are going to create this requirements.txt file will be there in the text. In the requirement file, what is the things? Generative is required. Okay, first is the Generative required. Second is nothing but the Grok is required. We already installed this 2 library, right? So here in this machine, right, we install this Grok and Generative here, right? The similar things we are going to install here, Generative and Grok, and there is one extra thing is required here. Okay, so we require this .env. Okay, so we require to install this .env. How we are going to install this .env? So we are going to install this as a python.env. Okay, so Python, okay, Python one dot env. Okay, so load the environment purpose. Okay, loading the environment purpose, we require to install this python.env also. Okay, these are the three packages we require, and then we are going to commit to the main branch. Okay, so it is going to commit to the main branch. So now you can see it is going to start the building. Okay, see it is building. Okay, just go to the logs. Okay, in the logs it will going to download these packages. Okay, Gradio, Grok, and .env. .env is not for the setting of the environment, guys. Okay, just for the environment purpose, we are utilize this python.env. Okay, if you have any question, you can directly ask. Okay, it is building. Now you can see it is a building. First of all, it will going to install this, right? What are the requirement file? What are the packages we have mentioned? It will going to install. Okay, and at the backend, it will going to create one Docker image, and it will going to push that Docker image. Okay, and it will going to build this container. Okay, and then container will be going to start. It will take time. So it is starting. Okay, you can see it is starting. It will take some time, but it is a running position. You can access this. Okay, as of now, it is not running, right? So you can see we are not able to access this. It is starting. It will wait for this download package. Then it will going to start this application. So meantime, if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask. Yes, I forgot to store this. Okay. Thanks, Ajay. Right. I forgot to store this key, right? You can see here. In the again page, right? We have created this key, right? You can see here we have created this Grok API key, and this Grok API key we have stored here, right? Here in this, right here. This is the key we have stored. Let me copy this key, right? So let me copy this. I need to store in the Hugging Face. Okay, so how we can store? So go to the setting. Okay, if you go to the setting, just go below. Okay, here you can see the new secret is there. Okay, you can see the new secret is just click on the new secret. What is the secret name here? Grok API key. Okay, Grok API key, and I'm going to paste the key here. Okay, this is the key. I'm going to save here. Okay, this is how we are going to save this. This key we have saved in the Colab notebook also, right? This is the Colab notebook also we have stored like this way. So similar way we have to store in this Hugging Face also, right? We have to just create a new secret, and this is the private, guys. Okay, this is the completely private. Okay, this is not a variable. This is the secret. Okay, so we are going to save the Grok API key. The same name. What is the name we have written in the app right file? The same name we have to store. Let me go back. Go to the app files. Okay, you can see the app.py file. In the app.py file, we have written this Grok API, right? The same name we have to utilize for storing the secret range. Otherwise, it will throw an error. Okay. So what is the name here? Grok API key gr. Okay. So the same name, you can go to the setting, right? Go below, and you can see here the new secret, right? You can see gro key. Okay, Grok API key. In the same thing, we have to store this. Okay, you can delete, you can replace this key also, not an issue. Okay, so now it is a okay. We are getting this runtime error. Okay, let me see what is the error we are getting. Okay. One position argument. It is given this two. Okay, let me remove that line of code. Okay, just I'm going to modify this. How do I modify? Just select this. Okay, and just edit on this. Click on edit. Okay, let's suppose here is the error. Okay, let me remove this part. Okay, Grok. Okay, fine. I'm going to remove this part, and let's now commit this again. Let's try this. Okay, whether it is working or not. Okay, if it is still getting error, what will do? I will going to modify this again. No worry. Okay, meantime, any question, guys? Yes, Atul, we can go ahead. Yes, sure. Yeah. Yes, Atul, any questions? I think you are on mute. Okay, can you unmute yourself? Okay, now
Yeah,
it is.
hello. Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
yes. Now it's audible.
Yeah. See, I missed yesterday's session and I joined today, but I'm not able to understand most of the things. Like
Uh-huh.
you have built the application in explanation way, and then again you are doing the same and collating all the steps in the .py file. So
Mhm.
I'm getting bits and pieces, but not able to connect like why we are going to the next step and what is the significance of the next step and how we are going to decide the next steps.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, this is just right. This is the high level, guys. Okay, as of now, this is a completely new for you. I know, right? It's difficult to understand all things in the one place, right? At one session, right? So you can see this is the demo session. Okay, whenever we're going to complete this demo session tomorrow onwards, right? We are going to start on the very basic. Okay, then later part we are going to step by step. But now you can see to your question, right? So why we are moving from this IPNV notebook to .py file? Okay, so in the first, in the exploration part, we are going to create this IPIMB notebook, this one, right? This is called IPIMB notebook, where we are going to complete our exploration part. In this case, we are going to understand different LLM models. Okay, which LLM model is working better, or which, okay, LLM models, or which prompt. Okay, or you can see different iteration we can perform here in this exploration notebook. This is called interactive notebook Python. Okay, .ipyn is nothing but the interactive notebook Python file where we can explore this different approaches. Okay, as of now we are not fixed, but as of now we are just exploring the different parts. But whenever the exploration part is done, this code we have to complete. We have to write this into the .py file, one of the model, and this model will be utilized for the deployment purpose. This notebook will not be utilized for the deployment purpose. Notebook is for the our understanding purpose. Okay, our exploration purpose, our finalization purpose, our business case, which method is better, right? For that purpose, we are going to create this explanation notebook that is called .ipynb notebook. Okay, once this explanation is finalized, right? Once this explanation is completed, means we get this final approach, which method we are going to utilize, which model we are going to utilize, which prompt we are going to utilize, or which anything, whatever we are going to explore, which out of that, which is going to finalize. We are going to finalize from this IPynb notebook by exploring the different approaches, and then we have to convert this notebook into the PI file, model file, and this model file will be utilized for the deployment purpose, application creation purpose. Okay, so that is the reason we are moving from this one step to another steps. Okay, here we have written the same code, but why this is this, right? We are locally, right? This is locally host. In the locally host, I have created this code, right? But it is not run for the longer time, permanent, right? Whenever we need to deploy this code, we need to create the .py file, and the .py file is the model, and model will be deployed to the this application file. Okay, for that purpose, we need to create this in the application file as a .py file, and there we can deploy this using the .py file. Okay.
Mhm. And are we going to cover these steps like why we are creating the keys and different steps like when the syntax is also new for us and
Yeah.
different steps like creating keys, then you are storing the key somewhere and then you are importing the keys. So all these like how we can think of those things, because now you are saying so we can follow it, but when we
Uh-huh.
think of ourselves like writing this application, how can we link those steps one after the other?
Yeah. Great. So now you can see, okay. So the question is valid, right? Because you are new, completely new. You don't know. But
Mhm,
initially you have to understand this, right? So initially what we do, so let's suppose I need to build this AI application, right? In the AI application, I need to utilize for the text translation. Okay, what is the text translations LLM model I need to search? Okay, which platform I'm going to utilize, which model I'm going to utilize. Okay, let's suppose
mhm,
initially, let's focus on the only one cloud as of now. Okay, Graph Cloud.
mhm,
Okay, in this Graph Cloud, they have provided different LLM models. Okay, this is the models. This is different LLM models they have provided. We need to read through the documentation. We can understand what are the LLM models here. So let's suppose we are going to decide we have to, these are the different models. Okay, but as of now, we are just exploring this model. Okay, we have decided to utilize this model, but I cannot directly utilize this model first of all. Okay, so here for that purpose, how to access? There is a API endpoints is created. Okay, we cannot download this model. Actually, our machine is a very limited place. We cannot download this model on our machine and can utilize. So what is the
mhm,
alternative? we can utilize through the REST API. Okay, you can through the endpoints. So they have created this endpoint for this different LLM models, and this LLM model is hosted on their platform. So we can utilize how by creating this API key. Means we are going to hit this API endpoint through this Llama 3.3 model, so that we can utilize this model for our generation purpose. So let's suppose this is the model I want to utilize. So I'm going to create this API key, and this API key will be only one way to utilize this endpoints of this LLM models to call this for generation purpose, different purpose we are going to utilize. So for that purpose, we are going to create this API key. We are going to store this API key in the secrets, and this secret will be utilized. Okay, we are going to store in the environment so that we can utilize in the our applications.
Okay. So means to use that model, we have to create that key and store that key in our application, and
Correct.
through which we can access that model.
Yes, correct. Okay, this is the endpoint. Okay, this is called API endpoint. We are accessing the REST API. Okay, we are accessing the API endpoints, not downloading the model, because if you download, we will require lots of space, right? So it is not possible for us. Okay, so that is the reason we are going to create this API key, and from this API key, API endpoints, we are going to access the different LLM models. Okay, for our application. Okay, so now this application is running on up. We can see, guys. Okay, its application is running. Okay, now just click on this app. Okay, this application is there now. Okay, see, this application is running. Now we can, right, this is the forever there, guys. Okay, this is the permanently hosted on this Hugging Face, right? Hugging Face has provided free of cost some memory, right? Some memory and some paces. They have provided for free of cost, 16 GB of RAM. Okay, so we can utilize this model. Let's suppose I'm going to write this, right? One blog on. Okay, let's suppose AI agent. Okay, AI agent. So it will going to start this, and it will going to write this. Okay, you can see it is a written some block here, and it got the output here. Okay, it got the output. So what is the prompt? What is the strength of prompt? Based upon that, it will going to write that block. Okay, so now you can access this block. This is also permanent hosting. Okay, this is also we have permanent hosted this application on this. Right, we can access and you can try it. So later part, guys, what we'll do? So we are going to write, we are going to build up this different application, and we are going to build up your profile, right? For this Hugging Face and GitHub profile, so that we can showcase your project, right? What are the code we are written, what is the project you are written, you have to showcase in your resume, so that this interview, right? You can go through it, understand the code, what is the quality of code you can write, right? So that they can understand, try this, understand your profile better way, right? By providing this Hugging Face profile or GitHub profile, right? Where we are going to store the code and we are going to deploy the code, so that they will be additional edge for you guys. Okay, so now you can access this, and you can ask any question. Okay, ask any question to this. Write a poem, write a anything, right? Write an email, let's suppose. And write an email. Replacement of the product. Okay, so I'm going to click here. It is going to write one email here. You can see it is going to write the email. Okay, subject will be there, dear customers see. Okay, then it will going to provide the detail of the product, and then sincerely an ad. Okay, this is how you can write this. You can write the poem, you can write any content now. Okay, ask me anything. Okay, it is going to ask me anything. You can write any question, you can get the response here. I hope now you are able to access this. Yes, any questions? So guys, okay, I know it's right little late for you guys. Still here, I appreciate, really appreciate your time. Okay, but this was the demo, right? We need to showcase, right, how we can build up these different AI applications. Okay, this there are the multiple. I need to showcase the different use cases. Tomorrow I will showcase, right, how can you play for summarization, image generation, image analysis, medical report analysis. Okay, some of the use cases we'll discuss tomorrow also. Okay, and day after tomorrow we are going to start with this from the scratch. Okay, from the Python, from the right, we are going to start so that we can get this understanding. Okay, from this very slowly and gradually, so that it will be in the pace, right? Others also, right? Some might have knowledge on the Python, some of them might have not have the knowledge, right? It's a difficult for them, but to understand the Python is very important. In the interview also, they will ask the Python coding. Okay, some of the Python code also. So in that case, you should be in the position to understand it very well. So we are going to start from the Python basics, and then we can move on to the advanced concept. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll stop here. Yes, Ajay, you can go ahead and ask.
Yeah, so I mean, thank you for this. I mean, this was really helpful. My question is on a very simple, right? So you are very practical, which is, I appreciate the way you're teaching. But my question was, are you going to pick up the real world use cases, or while we are doing this, or if there is any technology advancements, are we going to educate on that also? Because this is going to be a 4 months to start with. And my continue to follow up with that question is, there are, like you said, there are few people who already, few people are still learning it. Do you believe like give us some additional stuff that we can go up the path sooner, or is it going to be on the same pace for everybody in the class? For example, in my case, I am already I already have a background of an ML. I know I've done all this, so just that I did not have a lot of footprint on the AI side. So I understand what you're saying. May not be with others. So
Okay, okay. So now you can see, guys, okay, the answer to first question. Okay, so in this course, we are going to touch upon this practical use cases. Okay, let me showcase the one of the use cases, right, in the previously sessions. So we have solved the different use cases, which are very practical. And what are the use cases I have solved in my in my experience, right? I'm currently applying the generative and agentic AI application building. Okay, so there we have also built up the use cases which are practically and banking related, okay, finance related, healthcare related. I tried to solve here. You can see here. So here we understood first of all, this is the MediBuddy chatbot application. Okay, this is the MediBuddy chatbot application for the healthcare domain. We have built up this practically application, one of them. Okay, this is the 3-day one project was there. Then this is the enterprise HR chatbot application. Okay, enterprise HR chatbot assistance is there. Then we can deploy this application over the Azure cloud. How can deploy? How can monitor? How can handle the traffic also? Later part, this is the call center. In the call center intelligence, what is this? We will do. This is the, let's suppose we are getting the different calls to the customer support, right? To get the intent of this caller, right? The person end user, what is the intent, right? So we have to understand this voice data. We have to build this project to get the transcript of the voice data into the text data, and from this text data to we have to pass to the LLM different model to get the key insight and create the dashboard. Okay, this was the project for that purpose. Okay, so these are the 3 projects, and likewise we are going to create this different agentic AI project also. Okay, you can see this is the agentic AI project we are going to build up. We are going to create the team of agent so that this agent will be right going to perform this task. Okay, this is the multi-agent framework. We are going to build a multi-agent chatbot. This is the practical use case. Okay, how you can utilize the blog writing, content writing, or you can say any personalized learning application. Okay, we are going to utilize with the multi-agent. Okay, then we have this land chain tools and agent we are going to understand. Then we are going to understand land graph. Okay, how can then we can utilize how can utilize the land graph for the agentic RAG purpose. Okay, then we can utilize the financial client. You can see this is the use case we have built for the financial clients compliance policy. This is the use case I have recently worked last year. So those implemented, I'm going to implement here. Okay, so this is the practical use cases. Okay, banking, finance client, we are going to implement this. Okay, these are the different use cases we are going to build and deploy. Okay, this is the, then again we can say multiple, right? Multi-agent framework, real-time stock market analysis, how can make with help of Creo Agno framework, right? So this is how we can build up. So these are the real-time scenario, guys. A real-time situation, real-time project will be hands-on, not dummy project in this course. Okay, this is the question answer to your first query. And the second question, right? So here you can see the firstly initially, right? Let's suppose you are from the machine learning domain. You know, right? What is there in the machine learning? You are good with the some Python also. But other people are not right having the good understanding of the Pythons, right? They don't know basics. So first initially 2 months time, right? So all of you are on the same page. Okay, always on the same page, so that who don't know anything, you can get the learning of this, right? Who have the learning, right? We are on the same page, all of them. And later part, after 2 months time, I will give you some assignment, extra assignment, right? Those are completed, those are going to understand, right? So that you can enhance your learning, right? So this in the throughout the course, the all the learners, right? From the those are learn and those are not learn anything. So on the same page, but later part there will be some advanced concept which will help for those are having the knowledge and those are not having the knowledge also. So this will be benefit for both of them. Okay,
sure.
and Yeah.
Sure, Atul, I'm going to sign up for this today. My only follow up is because I know a little bit ahead of others in this. Maybe is there any way I will be having an access to what you said for your previous batch, so I can actually read through those use cases? Even I myself have so many use cases here. I've been working like you. Is there any way I could be able to get an access once I sign up for this? So at least I can learn from what you taught before.
Okay. Uh, okay, so I can share that notes, okay, if you want, okay. But here there is a recording of the previous batch recording, okay. But I'm not sure whether we'll get this recording or not of the previous batch recording. But if you want, right, some kind of notes, I will be going to share it, okay, for particularly for you guys, okay. So there will be what I'll do. Generally, I will going to create the some GitHub, okay. So let's suppose here some drive. Okay, let me go to the drive. In the drive, I will be going to create the drive here. Okay, this is the 5th January batch. So in the 5th January batch, so assignment I'm going to provide here. Right? I'm going to provide the assignment. You have to provide the solution. And extra notes, I will going to provide the notes which are required for. Okay, these notes I'm going to provide here. Okay, so that you can refer in the and you can prepare also the extra concept. Okay.
Okay, then. No worries. I will talk to the person and I sign it, right? So my intention was I just don't want to ask any questions which might have a disturbance within the entire, student. So I would rather myself learn from your previous things than because I love the way you are teaching. So I would actually prefer to have an interactive session versus actually going through the course. So that was the
Yeah.
reason. But thank
Yes,
you so
ma'am.
much. Really,
Yeah,
I
no
love
problem.
the way you're teaching.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, Kathy, you can go ahead.
Yes. I have a question regarding like this session is going to be this time. So I'm from USA and it's a job time. So I'm listening your session through my mobile. But if I have to go like sometime I not able to attend the session, then I can go through the recording session. But what if like if I have any questions, then how I can reach out to you regarding that particular session?
Okay, all right. So you can see, okay, whenever you possible, try to join the live session. And let's suppose you miss out, right? You can go to recording, that is clear. Okay, but let's suppose you have the question, okay, and this is the previously topic, are not able to participate in the live class. In that case, this is the support email, right? You can see here the support email, and also I'm going to provide the my emails also. Okay, so you can see here, the my personal email will be there. Okay, let me showcase. Yeah, this one. Okay, this is my personal email ID. You can message to my personal email ID, or you can say there is a support email. Okay, so there is a support email. Let me showcase this part. You can drop the email to the support email also. This one, logic support at the logic lab. This email will be divert to me. Okay, indirectly it will divert to me so that I will answer there also in the email. Or let's suppose later part I will share my right. We are going to create one right WhatsApp group. Okay, and you can post your doubts. Okay, so that not only you, okay, other people also collaborate among yourself. Let's suppose there is a right, once we finalize this, right, the student, right, all these learners, then you can create one batch WhatsApp group. Then you can have the any question you can drop there. I will be part of that group so that I can answer your question. Other peers also you can answer your questions so that you can get the benefits, right? You can have the mock discussion among them. You can ask your question. You can get clarify over the WhatsApp group, or you can I can have answer there also. Okay, so no worry about this. Okay.
Mhm. But like, if I want to talk to you directly regarding that, I mean, if it is not resolved by like sending message,
Uh-huh.
but one want to talk like while we talk in a live session, so that is not possible because sometimes
Yeah.
like this timing I'm mostly having a meetings in office, so I do listen to you through the iPad, airport, but sometime I'm not able to join this session.
Yeah, understood, right? You can call me, right, over the WhatsApp. That is fine. Okay, so can connect over there. You can address there this question also.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Any other question, guys? Yes, anyone? You can have this small doubt, right? You can clarify itself, right? I know it's a new for this, right? Yeah, go ahead.
One more question, like, so after completing this course, I can able to apply for particular role and or any extra like interview preparation need like required side by side. Currently, I am a backend engineer in one of the bank, but I mostly work on the microservices, like that's a Java Spring Boot related project. But I'm looking for switch my job in the AI role. So, is it something will help me to doing this course?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, very nice question actually. So you can see here in this course, right? So we don't need to prepare any other thing, right? So what are the things we are going to cover, which is a really practical, hands-on, industry-ready project, hands-on practice. Okay, so let's suppose we are enrolled for this course. What are the knowledge we are getting? We are getting from the Python coding also, deep learning, generative AI, agentic AI, right? Natural language. So this is the hands-on practice. In this throughout the course, we are going to build up the project, and so at the end of this course you are in the position to apply for the directly for the role without any extra preparation. Okay, so this is my guarantee, but I required your 100% dedication for this course. Okay, if you are not dedicatedly right preparing what are the topics we have covered, then how can I expect right the placement, or how can I expect this right job opportunity? No, definitely not. But whenever we are right along with the preparation, along with the course, we are putting your 100%. What are the topic we have covered? Just understand it, practice, hands-on practice, solve the assignment, so that you'll get the benefits right out of this course. At the end, you should be in the position to apply for the different GenAI role, agentic AI role, AI engineer, and we will get the job. We don't need to prepare any other things. Okay, here also I'm going to cover the cloud services. You are might not aware of these cloud services, which are I'm going to cover in this course, so that we'll get the much confidence how we can build, not only build, and how can deploy this, because as of now they are expecting this person right, those having the not only building knowledge, we know right. So there are the different agentic AI tools or AI tools we can help for building the code, but deploying, how can deploy? So that is also challenging things. So we are going to cover up this, not only building side of this AI application, deploying, monitoring, and CI/CD action also. So that at the end you are in the position to appear for the interview, not for the appear for the direct interview. You are getting this placement, right? The main motive is to get the place in the industry, get the role of the AI. That is very important. So definitely this course will be helpful for you and others also to get the job ready for the industry, and definitely you can make a transition to AI.
So, in the banking industry also, I can like get entry because currently I'm working in a bank, but we don't use this technology. So I'm not sure like how it is.
We can see, okay, in your domain also you can utilize this AI applications, AI application building, or AI agent building, right? So you can automate your daily tasks. Okay, let's suppose we are completely want to transition to AI, that is also fine. Okay, we can, let's suppose in the banking, I'm also working in the banking, one of the leading banking. Okay, so there also I'm working in the cyber security department actually. Okay, so we are building the different use cases. Okay, for the banking client, finance client. Okay, so there are the multiple use cases we need to check with respect to cyber security side. Okay, so how we can utilize this, build this AI project, generative AI, agentic AI project, how can secure this, how can scale this project. So this how we can build the different use cases. Okay, so there are the compliance policy document will be there, right? The compliance policy will be there. Lots of in the banking, lots of compliance related policy will be there, right? It's called compliance related work, right? So we have to automate this work, right? Some of the manual work we have to automate, some of the complex areas, so we have to build the chatbot, right? So that whatever the tasks we are going to do day by day in the banking or other finance domain or healthcare, we can do the automate, right? We can you implement the AI solution to the reduce the manual work. Okay, definitely we can implement, and you can make a transition, or you can apply your knowledge on the same domain to integrate with the AI. Because as of now, every domain, right, not only banking, finance, healthcare, small startup, also they are applying their AI applications, right? Everyone is applying their AI application to make this right, reduce their manual work and optimize efficiency, productivity, efficiency of their works, day-to-day works,
Mhm.
right? So definitely this will be very helpful for this. Okay, you. Any other question?
I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, no worry. So here, yes. You can ask your question. Yes, Karunakar.
Able to hear me?
Yes, yes, audible.
Yeah, my question is like I'm a Java developer working as a senior software engineer. So I don't have that much knowledge on the Python, but I whatever you wrote, I'm able to understand. Is that is enough, or do I need to practice more to reach out? Like you said, prerequisite is Python, right? And one more. Once completing and follow your course, is this help? We can apply. Right now I'm a Java developer, right? Can I include my resume as a like a generative AI specialist or agentic AI, or how it is AI engineer?
Yeah, nice question here. Okay, you can see, I can see from the previous batch also, and my previous organization, one of my lead was there in the different domain. Okay, not it is not having this AI knowledge, but it having the holding the 15 years of experience. But he don't know, right? What is the traditional AI machine learning? He don't know completely. Okay, he has one from the testing background. Okay, it was not complete on the AI side, Java side also. Okay, but he learned this. He completed the course. Okay, some year, some the other batches also, right? He having the 50 years, but now he is managing the project. Okay, he is managing the AI project, and he is right supporting this AI applications, scaling this AI applications. Now you can see, let's suppose you are in the background, right? Java background. Here you can understand this coding easily. But in this course, right, I'm going to do not worry. Let's suppose you are not understanding the Python also, that is fine. Okay, but I'm going to cover this Python. Okay, if you have the basic knowledge, that is fine. If you don't have any knowledge, I'm going to cover very basic so that you are in the position to write a code for the AI application. Okay, you can debug the code, you can write the code. I can let as of now just this was the initial session, right? I have written a very simple code so that everyone can understand. But sometimes some of the learners not understand this code also, right? Because they are completely new to this course. Okay, but I'm going to start from the very scratch so that you are in the position to understand code, write the code, and debug the code easily to build this AI application. But let's suppose next part of the question, right? So whenever we are going to make a transition, okay, so there will be some intro session. Okay, I will going to conduct some registration. There I'm going to explain the project. How can I explain? Let's suppose you are the Java developer, but let's suppose you are holding the 5 years, 10 years of experience. Then how you can prepare a resume? How you can approach to the HR? Okay, so in that case, let's suppose you are the background of the Java, but you can mention, right? Last 2 years, last 3 years, I'm working on the generative AI project, agentic AI project. I implement these use cases, and they will check your knowledge. Okay, they will not check your designation. Designation can be anything. Okay, you can implement this AI application in the Java also. Not need to no need to worry about the Python itself. Okay, so one of the programming language will be sufficient. Sometimes we can utilize the Java, sometimes you can do Python, but most of the AI applications built using the Python. So that is the reason we are going to learn this Python itself. Okay, so we are going to learn the Python, but later part, whenever we are going to approach to the interviewer HR, in that case, how we are going to frame the story. So we are going to say, right, so I'm working as a, right, my designation as a, right, I have made the changes in my company 2 years back, 3 years back. I'm working, my designation is not Java, but I'm working on the AI engineer in this my company. I implemented this couple of use cases, right, 3 use cases, 4 use cases from the generative and agentic side. So they will schedule your interview, and then whenever the interview schedule, they will going to ask the interview related to your technical skill. Okay, what is the generative application? How you can build up? What are the use case? They will more into deep dive into your project. They want to understand your project and deep dive of the project technical side. They will not question you, right? They also, some of them also come from a different domain, different field. So they also not worry about the peoples, right? From coming from a different domain. In the AI field, there is a most of the 90%, 80% people are coming from a different domain still. Okay, I'm also from the mechanical domain, guys. Okay, actually, I'm not from the computer domain. Okay, but I'm also entering the AI domain. Okay, so how? So this is the how. Whenever we are going to learn something, whenever we're going to make a transition, they will take your technicality, not the background. Okay, so background can be anything, testing, Java. But whenever you are going to say 3 years, 4 years, or two project, three project I have implemented in this generative AI, so definitely they will give the chance, and you can take. They will check your knowledge. You are in the position, right? You are holding the knowledge. They will definitely give the role and assign you in the project. Okay, in the give the opportunity in this. Okay, work on the generative and agentic AI applications also.
Thank you.
Yeah, and later part I will showcase, right, how can, right, approach to the interview, how you can prepare a resume. Okay, I will going to conducts one's resume sessions or there also, so that you can get this idea how you can approach to the interviewer, HR, right? How can frame your story. Later part also we'll discuss at the end of sessions before 15 days or 10 days, okay, before completing the course, so that you can get the prepared resume. Okay, and I will also guide you on the resume building and Naukri session. How can apply on the Naukri profile, create a Naukri profile, how can apply, where you can search this, what role you can target, so that at the end you will be in the ready, right? At the end of this course, you should be in the ready. After the ending of this course, you are not looking for job. Before ending the 10 to 15 days, you should be in the position to apply for the jobs. Okay, so it should be there in this position.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, great. So any other question, guys? Yes, anyone? Any questions? Okay, no worry, guys. Okay, we'll stop here. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.